come on now. Boastfulness won't take it to heaven. Condemnation won't take it to heaven. Destruction won't take it to heaven. Yes, humility is the key to heaven. Come on, humble yourselves, my brothers and sisters. Then the Lord, our God, will lift you up. Humble yourselves, my brothers and sisters. Then the Lord, our God, will lift you up. Boastfulness will take you to heaven. Condemnation will take you to heaven. Destruction.
Good morning and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. You can able to listen to me around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM and Radio Garden. We can look at the crime on the rise in Salone, especially in Freetown West. According to the Salone Police Crime Report for 2025, Western area alone make up over 58% of all crimes reported inside the year 2025. Look at the rise in crime across the country and waiting na the way forward. This is the Epic Morning Show and a 2.5 hour long program. We're divided into the first and second segment. In the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, Marion Precious George will review the biggest stories them from yesterday. Stay with me on all the major social media handles them: 99.3 FM, Choice FM, Radio Garden, and www.myepiconline.com. Good morning again. Today now a fresh page, and no matter how waiting yesterday we look like, you get another chance for write a very new and vibrant story today. No allow small setback them for convince you for say your dreams them too big. Every successful person then will tell you say once then doubt themselves, they face rejection and still choose for move forward. Remember this: consistency they beat talent, beside talents they refuse for work. So even if you feel tired today, even if progress can be feel very slow, keep going. One step today is still closer than where you were yesterday. So as you step out this morning, carry confidence, carry purpose, and most importantly, carry belief in yourself. The world may not always see your potential immediately, but that no means say it is not there. Make today count, speak positivity, act with intention, and never underestimate the power of showing up. Get a productive and powerful day ahead. This is the Epic Morning Show.
learn some lesson and get some blessing. Go to altar with for Yeri, then they should. Don't die, or them picking the cry. The problem just a pile, nobody know the smile. And because you talk with just a double, people they grumble. Say they're not go able, the country not stable. Waiting for them. Now for stop the effects, make use of waiting we get. Forgive and forget. Those well a bit of medicine, so we go well. With God the blessings, alone go well. That's in the work go day, and then go they pay. Then big businessman go come, Tory said we come. Bookman go call it tool, the king go go to school. We go travel up and down, it's go plenty in a tongue. The one with the sing or play, but set go get small. This not to lie, we never try to amplify, but first, let we thank God for this one. What?
Salon Milan, Salon Milan.
Like 1xbet.sl or app, enter promo code INSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 reals plus 150 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xbet.
You know ready for win big money every single day?
Epic
Radio
Radio.
happen with Bomba Cash Out. For just 10 years no more, you can enter the draw and win big money right inside your phone. No stress, no waste time. And now so you go take joy. Dial *799*2# and choose how much tickets you want. From 1 to 10. Enter your orange
Epic
money or
Radio.
Afri money pin. And boom, now you that. You don't enter the draw. The more tickets you buy, the higher chance you get for win. And the best part of that, if they pick your number, the money that goes straight inside your orange money or Afri money wallet. You don't even need for Canada station. So, what do you dey wait for? Dial *799*2# now
Epic
and continue
Radio,
for listening to Epic
99.3.
Radio. If you know one of the lucky daily winners then. For more information, call the support center on this number yaso 032-300-033. Number cash out.
Epic
Money
Radio,
dey flow. Powered
Epic
by
Radio.
Masslink Limited. This not a purpose to whether under 18 or so. Learn responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, welcome back to the show. Let's take this very quick message, then we go straight into we breaking news segment here on the Epic Morning Show. Okay, so you want a natural tea with a refresh your body. You look for something healthy and gentle on digestion. You want a tea where they keep you feeling refreshed all day. Our tea, now your answer got you covered. Made from naturally grown tea leaves, it is healthy, refreshing, and gentle on digestion. With 100 tea bags in every pack, there's always more to enjoy and share. Our tea, natural refreshing, brought to you by Karel. Reginald is here. Reginald, what the latest breaking news?
Thank you so very much, Usman Ibrahim. Straight off in the breaking news highlight, we start off with a little bit of update on court news. So yesterday again, we've been there at the Pademba Road Magistrate Court and court number 1 for continue the hearing of the leader of We Duty organization, a musician, and also an entrepreneur, Zainab Sharif. Well, yesterday again, Zainab Sharif being appear before Magistrate Mustafa Ibrahim Ajan, Magistrate Court number 1, for answer to questions they will get for deal with inciting statements and public misconduct and other related charges. So the highlight here is, Usman, after Zainab Sharif making 5th appearance yesterday before the magistrate, bail was denied again, and
I think it's the 5th time.
Yeah, the 5th time exactly. And before yesterday, Zainab Sharif don't do 28 days behind bars at the Female Correctional Center. And yesterday again, she was denied bail, and the case don't be adjourned to the 25th March 2026. So that's the latest that we've got yesterday. Of course, Usman, you were there.
Yeah.
We saw supporters of Zainab Sharif yesterday also said they are not going to continue to cry. They will still continue for be patient and then still expect the release of Zainab Sherif?
It's a lot. People were speculating, saying because the APC National Secretary General Lawyer Lansana Doumbia was released ahead of Ramadan, then if you say Zainab Sherif will be released ahead of the Eid. But however, now did not happen. But the case still continue. But one thing we were very lacking yesterday was the lack of proper representation. I mean, you not see that momentum for Zainab Sherif. Maybe because APC will get a press conference.
Yeah, but again,
the APC deputy chairman,
the acting chairman, yes, ambassador. So
That's
I think gradually, Usman, we see APC, the party on the. Remember, Zainab Sherif been said you go sue the party, then pay the fine for him. So maybe that was the easy. But yesterday we saw the acting chairman, ambassador for the Usman Yansane was in court,
and the mayor of Freetown.
We saw the mayor of the Freetown municipality was in court. We saw host of that. I mean, Almami Pepito, a former minister under the Anes by Koma era, he was also in court yesterday, and in fact he also witnessed the last appearance. Darami been there as well. So I think gradually the APC don't take interest in attending court hearings, but we are still following the matter. It is still in court, and we don't want to prejudice how things they go. But away from that one, we also been yesterday was a very busy day, by the way. We went for the All People's Congress press conference for talk on them position at the moment we get for deal with the APC boycotting governance. So the big breaking news here is on that press conference yesterday, the APC party continue for say then go stay out of governance, and they also threaten a nationwide demonstration protest where then say that protest they go held at a date where they go announce, and they go do it within the ambit of the law. Then say it go be a peaceful protest, and then as they continue for push that they don't want the ECSL electoral commissioner winner Edmond Sylvester Alpha. So Usman, they say they are going to stay out of governance until and unless Edmond Sylvester Alpha.
Yeah, but then say they're open for dialogue too. But what do they mean by dialogue? Will the government, will President Bill listen to the APC? According to the Minister of Information, President Bill already power for reverse Edmond Sylvester Alpha. We also see Edmond Alpha say want for talk with the APC, want to get a meeting with the leadership of the APC, and we don't see the APC respond to that public letter where Edmond Sylvester Alpha sent to them just yesterday.
That's where the caveat is, and it's something as well that we'll continue to follow. And Usman made mention, I mean, yesterday we were talking about the CAF, the whole kind of skirmishes around CAF. What I love here is a picture of the Senegal president. This is not the Football Association president, but the president of the Republic of Senegal, Oumar Faye. He snapped a picture in office, and the trophy was right behind his back. I mean, the trophy was placed on the shelf, and the caption here is, "The trophy is here, come and get it."
Come and get it. It's like saying,
that's so savage,
come and get it if you want. I'll foresee I'm in Wolof, in Senegal, the language Wolof. Come and get it if you want. But you see, defiant Senegal then go take the matter to the international community, then say they need independent international investigation into alleged corruption at CAF. But this is going to be very long.
Exactly. We also see the statement from the CAF president, Patrice Motsepe, saying the appeals committee, then job been done independently, nobody interfere. And he said CAF will continue for uphold the credibility, the integrity of African football, and they will continue for ensure say they not give unfair or fair advantage to any of them 54 members association.
But Reginald, you think say in this, CAF go demand Senegal for return the money where they win, the medal them wouldn't get, and the trophy.
Well, that is what we've not seen yet, so we are following that matter and all. But I sure say it will be very difficult because a lot of the players, in fact, say they are not.
Clearly now the government is confusing. Say
they are medals and the trophy as well. So maybe they will have to make another trophy for the likes of Morocco. But let's see how things
can
go.
Two countries? First and second, command enforcement.
That's Africa for you, Usman. Thank you so very much, Usman Mara. That's all in the breaking news highlight.
All right, Reginald, thank you. Are you still with me? Stay with me on 99.3 FM, Choice FM, Radio Garden, and www.myepiconline.
This time we come to the salon. So we know it's not the team demanding fits come together. Because no other person who can for make salon fast we. Listen to the lyrics. Message, learn some lesson and get some blessing. Go to altar we for Yeri, them they shoot and they loot. That man they don't die, cause them picking the cry. The problem just a pile, nobody know the smile. And because you talk, just a double people they grumble. say they no go able, the country not stable. Waiting for do. Now for stop the flex, make use of waiting we get, forgive and forget. Let us swell a bit of medicine so we go well. With God your blessings, alone go well. That's in the work go day, and then go the pay. Then big businessman go down, tourists every time. Book man go only tool, we can go to school. We go travel up and down, it's go plenty at home. They want to sing or play, but said go get small. This total lie, we go try and be fly, but first, let we thank God for this one. What?
Salon Milan, Salon Milan, Salon now we own. Salon for me, Salon for you, Salon for we all. To wait the gun, to wait the gun, let we let go run. To wait the gun, to wait the gun, let we get some fun.
My brother Salon man there and sister there. No, them man they left for sleep. Now begin creep. Yeah. You know.
Alright, welcome back to the show. A lot there on the plate today. Today we'll talk about crime. Last year, the Salon Police just over the weekend be released the crime report for the year 2025, and there's a lot to discuss about them. But one thing way very eye-catchy that crime increased by 0.38% nationally, with a stack of we concentrate in the western area of Salon, that's now Freetown. We make up 58.97% of all the cases nationwide. So make a break them down. Of all the cases with the Salon Police report for the year 2025, Freetown, western area, make 58.97% of all the cases them with a report. But there have been many we don't say. Is it that crimes are increasing, or is it that people don't get more confidence for going to police and they complain? That is still not clear yet. But if the Salon Police every single day, they get a press conference, of course, every single week, and they report the efforts them for combat crimes again across the country, and now we get this increase in crimes, then it raises lots and lots of eyebrows them. So we know say increase from 2024 to 2025, that'll be 0.33% to 2025 now we see increase from 0.33% to 0.38%. So this means a broader challenge for national security and the quality of life of all Salon people. So we'll look at this issue today and other eye-catchy areas them. So we know say as of 2024 to 2025, the crimes increased from 29,015 to 34,066 in just over a year. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So from 29,000 cases them where they report inside the year 2024, it jumped to 34,000 in just 1 year. This is very noticeable. So we look at the Salon Police effort for fight against crimes and how come we get this increase instead of actually decline if the police don't say they don't scale up the efforts them for fight against crime across the country. They will the Epic Morning Show. Stay with me on 99.3 FM, Choice FM and Radio Garden.
This time we come to Salon. So we know it's not the team, the man them fits come together. Because no other person who can for make Salon fast we. Listen to the lyrics, the message, learn some lesson and get some blessing. Go to Puerto Rico, yeah, in them they shoot and they loot.
right, welcome back to the show. Introducing Solomon Moses Sogbandi, Director of Amnesty International here at La Salon. Mr. Sogbandi, welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Good morning.
We also expect to get Melvin Tijan Mansare, and on the line we expect to get ACP Ibrahima Kamara Esquire, Head of Media and Public Relations, na the Salon Police. But however now do, Mr. Sogbandi, we don't see the release of this police latest report. I go want your overall opinion on them. But however now do, let me take this during the presentation of the 2025 Salon Police report just over the weekend at the police press conference. This is Director of Corporate Affairs, AIG Esther Marie Kento Dukure, where we outline the crimes them where the country report for the year 2025. We'll come back very soon. Let's just take them.
The crime statistics then provide a picture of crime trends at the country. They analyze the pattern and emerging threats in our society. And this will enhance crime prevention and improve operational response. So for people to understand more, I want to go to the executive summary where I will leave to now before the launch. Executive summary. This annual crime report provides an overview of crime trends and patterns recorded across Sierra Leone in 2025 and serves as a key reference for informing policing strategies, policy formulation, and crime prevention initiatives. Let us look at the overall crime situation. In 2025, the Sierra Leone Police recorded a total of 34,066 criminal and road traffic offenses, resulting in an overall crime rate of 0.38% compared to 0.33% in 2024. This represents an increase of 0.05 percentage points, indicating a continued upward trend in crime nationwide. Regional crime rate. Crime incidents remain heavily concentrated in urban and semi-urban areas, particularly within the western area, which accounted for approximately 59% of all reported cases. Freetown East recorded the highest number of offenses with 11,603 cases, representing 34.1% of total crimes, followed by Freetown West with 8,487 cases, or 24.9%. Outside the western area, the eastern region recorded the highest number of cases with 4,249 offenses, while the northwest region recorded the lowest with 2,615 cases. Offense prevalence. Offenses against women and children continue to dominate the national crime profile, with 15,188 reported cases accounting for 44.6% of all crimes, underscoring persistent vulnerabilities affecting women and children nationwide. Offenses against property followed with 6,848 cases, representing 20.1% of total crimes, while economic offenses accounted for 4,469 cases, or 13.1%. Offenses against the person recorded 3,956 cases, representing 11.6%, and road traffic accidents accounted for 2,071 cases, or 6.1% of total reported offences. Crime index per 100,000 people. Population adjusted analysis revealed marked regional disparities in crime levels. The Western area recorded the highest crime index at 1,049 crimes per 100,000 population, far exceeding the national average of 375, confirming a pronounced concentration of crime within the metropolitan areas. Offences of public concern. Violent crimes accounted for 44% of all reported offences in 2025, rising from 34% in 2024 and reflecting a significant escalation in violent crime activities nationwide.
All right, Mr. Sogbani, you don't get a brief overview of the crimes with the Salon Police report as to 2025. No doubt, it is a sharp increase from the previous year. What's the overall view of this latest crime report?
The picture within the present is very, very scary in that when you look at comparative analysis of the crime statistics and data, for 2024 to 2025, you will see say there's increase in 2025 above what happened at 2024. This is scary, and it's a wake-up call to we all for ensure say at least we try to see how do we make this country crime-free.
Is it possible for be crime-free?
It is possible if we work together as a country, as a people, and the one that they champion, especially the police, are giving the requisite support, and this SSF it will clean up the old systems in terms of how do we make this country at least, well, crime or criminality is a part of human existence. We cannot totally wipe it off, but we need for reduce them to a level where it's not going to be alarming like what we get now. Yeah, I mean it's a bit alarming. Again, when you look at the causes, there could be causes where they're beyond the police, and there are causes where the police themselves are responsible.
How? When? In what scenarios?
Okay, when you look at causes beyond the police, you look at this issue of rapid urbanization and population pressure. We still say the urban centers or cities like Freetown is populated. There is serious urban migration. The population don't budge. There's pressure, and when you have so many people within a place or a community, I mean, criminality bound for increase because of the fact that we get informers.
Right. Yeah, but Mr. Sobani, I don't know whose side you live. Is it Western or Eastern?
Now, well, I don't know. Now, Gloucester, I don't know which.
Yeah, but I'll just ask you. You think say Freetown safe?
Somehow, because the point is not doom and gloom. Let me make a general assessment about the police. Obviously, for the past 2 years now, there have been some positive radical steps taken by the police for ensure, say, at least they win public confidence and trust, because this had really gone down. It'd be very, very down.
It don't increase now?
Well, somehow, because of the fact that the radical moves about talk about now, one way the police don't make steps for make themselves very professional, in the sense that say last year they review the Police Act of 2025. I don't know how many people don't read that document, and that document is public document. People they need to read that way. They try to reform the police for make them more professional and human rights friendly. Again, we see where a delegation looking at senior management for more from the police, then go to Accra, Ghana, for do a study tour on the Ghanaian police service, because Ghana get what they call police service. They don't have a police force, so you always get a police force. And when they say a force is different from a service,
what's not the difference?
I mean, a force, they usually say it's a bit violent. I mean, they move towards professionalism, but I mean, it's different from a service. A service is it's people oriented, it's more human rights friendly, and it's more professional.
So the current police will get the current police structure not human rights friendly.
They are moving towards it, but there are human rights challenges within the force.
But make a begin Melvin Tichanman say, Melvin, good morning, welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, I want to believe for say we listen where we be the play the brief overview of the crime report just outlined just last week at the police press conference. A sharp increase in crime stem nationwide. Is it concerning for you?
Of course, it's worrisome because that's a 5 points increase upward trend, and definitely if you look at 34.066 criminal road traffic offenses, the first thing that comes to mind, the thing that comes to mind is, despite the efforts in preventing some of these things, why the figures they go up. And of course, it also worrisome that crime so prevalent at the east. And
now Eastern you live?
I live in Western. It's so prevalent at the east based on this report. And you ask why is that? Of course, the report not attempts for explain psychological or social aspects to the issues rather than what was reported to the police and what them do it. And I want to say thank you to the police for being honest.
You think that this is a honest report?
I think so. For the fact that it's exposing that crime is going up. If not crooked police, they will tell you say, well, it go down or it normal. But they are being honest with the public by saying, based on what they get, and then give empirical evidence, then give numbers. So I think the number crunching are very significant as you don't open the question. But of course, also the East, so interesting, the report decide that the eastern region, Kenema, outside of Freetown, gets the highest. So I ask myself, what is so common about the East? We make the crime not only in Freetown but in the eastern region. It's so interesting. Northwest is recording the lowest according to the police 2025 crime statistics. So again, that is for researchers as to what's the dynamics informing that. But despite the legal reform, why is more crime being perpetrated against women and children? What's not working? Because imagine we get answer for our girls, we get jury, we get several protection laws, but it's again for 2025. It should say it go upwards. So I think the existing structures not the work, and the need for work, and the report not go too much detail as to that. And the offenses against properties, that was an interesting one. That's not a critique from me for the report. When I say offenses against properties, the report not distinguish what kind of offenses, whether they are arsons, whether they are land grabbing, as in the case of Honorable Awasiafa versus others. You know, I was expecting a distinction when it comes to that aspect of offenses against properties, or arson, as I would already say. So I look forward that the 2026 report will capture a distinction on that. And also the report not even capture cyber crime. That's a big online crime. Because we know that we have high-profile cases on the internet, but the report omits her. I think moving forward, they should be looking...
Cyber crime reported to the police?
Not only reported, if you look at the critical nature of the report, the underbelly of the report is what was reported, what is being investigated, what is under review, what was sent to the charge to court, versus what was convicted, and what lingers in limbo. So the report is very structural if you look at from a reverse back of the page. So I think yes, it can be better, but also on economic offenses, this is also another aspect where I want for critique. The report never will distinguish whether, when you talk about economic offenses, whether they are corruption, money laundering, or what. What kind of economic offenses? Because if you're talking about crime statistics, you need to be distinguished in the categories of what crimes. All right, so I was expecting, and maybe moving forward, the police can do better in providing distinction on economic offenses, because corruption is rife. And I'll be talking about a report with the critique as to why do we have high crime in Sierra Leone in tandem with this report.
Yeah, Melvin, 6 out of 10 reported cases them across the country were reported for happen in Freetown in the western area of Salone. Why you think say Freetown gets the highest of all regions in the country, and I think it's very worrisome.
For what specific crime you're talking about?
Well, overall crime rates, Freetown are the epicenter of all the crimes them reported across the country. So, waiting you make of the efforts them for fight against crime in Freetown so far. You don't see the efforts them because it seems for the decline.
It doesn't seem. The report shows a decline, not a seem for decline. The report shows a decline. So you ask yourself, waiting the police and other security sector partners been to do, we didn't know they do again. What has changed for this decline? What is responsible? What's waiting the organized crime structure don't adapt, we make them beat the system. So I think that's an interesting one. But the report, I want to commend the writers of the report. It's so I mean, there is this what they call strata. It gets layers. It tries for distinguished crimes, and I want to commend the authors of the report for that, because for once it's quite important. But also worrisome, Usman, because it says there is an increase in offenses against persons, and I think the culture of impunity. Back to your question, what is responsible for the culture of impunity? And it's talking about offenses against the person. You know it now, we all know it now, offenses against the person. And say, me, people about feds and then kind of thing, and they assault. Police them, I mean, the police spokesman can do your own job. But if you then say they increase, I ask myself why. Why can be discovered also in the report.
You don't be expected increase?
Well, you know for expected crime the increase where there are efforts being made.
You did see the efforts?
Man, there are efforts, be they baby efforts or not too heavy efforts, but there are efforts. Even international reports are telling that there have been efforts.
But it's declining.
It's declining?
I mean, declining in the sense, the crimes they increase rather than actually declining.
Again, now for a year, now for a specific year, if you do that, if you run a sequence with other reports, if you get enough time, you'll find out, say, Sierra Leone, based on the continental Africa level for 2025, will make slight progress. However, I don't want to talk about the progress, but I mean, the nitty-gritties of the reports, I think, are very, very important, because then they speak to real-time issues. This report, not to academic reports. I want to thank the police also for that. This report, not to some kind of performance contract reports. No, this is a real-time report, and then kind of reports they also, irrespective of the challenges we did, I think so for celebrating some of those aspects.
Yeah.
All right. You will talk about crime at the Metropolis. I think more efforts need to be done, and yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Sogbani, we also see that the southern region recorded the lowest with 3,675. What do you think say the south don't they do differently where others them they see an increase and the south they decline at the south?
You are talking of the same police. We get police all over the place. We get police now, Freetown, we get now the south.
Are the people in the south more law abiding?
It could be that beyond the police, there could be also community structures where perhaps they help in the fight against crimes, because we get what you got that community policing. Because if it's effective in a community or region, then crime rate is bound to really decrease, because they get community support in terms of community, even intelligence-led. And therefore they give police timely and accurate information in terms of things where they happen. So it could be that again, it could be some other factors because, like even the issue of recruitment of personnel within the police. I think before now, it was decentralized, where from the chiefdom level to the national level, people that they nominate or do background check in terms of people that we want go to the police or want become police officers in the recruitment process. So they had that say, but I think over time it has been compromised so that we have seen instances where hardcore criminals, people with questionable characters, have been recruited into the police. So it's possible that perhaps in the South, they are doing thorough background check in terms of people that really, when they apply, say, me, I want to be police officer. They really make sure, say, they check them well and know, say, it happened. Again, some communities get within community bylaws where they really help the police in terms of how then they really look at people them day-to-day activities, and if person do any infringement, how, like even now, nothing at the South no more, specifically like Bo, where I know say even like the still they observe, like I think cleaning Saturday or something like that. I mean they get semblance of sorry. Yeah. So I think say things like that. Some form of support they from the community in terms of how they will support the police for ensure, because this whole thing about how does the police work with communities?
All right.
Because at the inside the community we get then criminals where they commit the crime.
Yeah, Mr. Sogbani, una the work way Amnesty did actually do. Let me get to them now. One of them, we see also an increase in the sexual gender-based violence. 15,188 cases them offense against women and children nationwide. You think say this is not just because of increased awareness? Let's say people get the braveness for go report on a police, or you think say it is increasing, or because of awareness people go reports now?
It's two way. Is that people are now reporting, and the police and they capture that. Again,
so it is not increasing actually. It's just because people are now.
No, it's still increasing. In fact, to me, that's why it's increasing, because people are now reporting, perhaps even before now. Before now, if it happen.
You think the offense itself is increasing?
Yes, because every now and again with the about sexual violence, all over the place, everywhere, every other day with the every day, then they rape them, girl picking them, sexual penetration cases, domestic violence cases. It's on the increase. That's one it is. In fact, to me, they have overwhelmed the justice system, so that even though we get a special court for that, but it's still overwhelmed. But the challenge could be in terms of how do we really ensure that we get justice for perpetrators, and this is where the police is really finding it challenging in terms of not having the requisite logistics, especially the budgetary allocation to the family support unit, because that is the unit within the police where really they look at gender-based violence issues. Now the report, let's say example, they report a case of sexual penetration. The police, one mobility not even there for even they run for ensure they go quick na the place and obtain the evidence we they need.
So given these problems, you think say it will continue for increase?
It will continue until the police is the family support unit is really giving the requisite finances and support, because even like for do DNA tests, because this is where some of the things that we're gonna court, the threshold is high. Any sexual violence case we're gonna court, na criminal case, the threshold is high, and you get for proof beyond all reasonable doubt. So where these things are not available, like the DNA test not there for proof say yes, this person here wanna say the alleged perpetrator indeed now commit this. At the end of the day, even where it's possible he would have committed that crime, they work free because of the fact that the evidence way for day is not available. And sometimes again we look at compromises. We have seen where families, just because of the fact that the justice system is a bit challenging, people then they work, they come far away communities for can report cases. Some get for do some other livelihood issues, go na farm, doing trading. Nobody really get time for come and be a witness to such cases. So if they not come, the magistrate or judge not get anything for the other. They look at what's available. And so the police are constraining this. And we really want to see how government will really treat police. Overall, SSF, and this is the I call it the elephant in the room. The police is not really incentivized
What do you mean by that?
in terms of the well-being, the welfare issues. More often than not, we see
So
backlog.
that's the fact. That's not a huge factor in the fight.
It could be a contributing factor because the fact is, if you get backlog of rice payment or whatever, it don't take months. Policeman, I want bag rest. Even the salary is nothing to write home about. I mean, not really appreciative. Plus the one bag rest for perhaps add to the salary. They have so many months backlog. I mean, that is a cause for even the corruption with the talk about, because the police things just because they are not, especially in terms of traffic offenses. These are the issues the way they really make. I'm not supporting what they are doing.
So you they say an indirect factor when we could see a sharp increase in crimes reported by the police is because of authorities them not giving the condition of service of the police not improving.
Not improving. And this is, I call it the elephant in the room, because government is shying away from that. But again, that is what the police really needs to address, the police hierarchy. They really need to look at how do they really motivate the police force to ensure they're able to deliver on their mandate.
Melvin, for last year, the offense against property and 6,848. Waiting you can attribute and the factor will lead to this. Is this the economic pressure?
I'm a journalist. I cannot be pigeonholed. There is a misrepresentation of facts I need to clarify. You said South represented the least crimes. I don't know if not the same reports we read from the Salone Police media. I said the Northwest, the South, that is a misrepresentation totally. The least crime, that is untrue. The Northwest recorded the lowest figure, 2,613. So where is the South? And in fact, for homicide after Freetown, Bo is second. So where is that fact coming from?
10.79% in the southern region. 10.79%.
The least, according to the police media.
And in the eastern region, it's 12.47%. In the northern region, 17.77%, and in western area, 58.97%. So make clearly now, the southern region make just 10.79%, according to the documents.
The police are telling that. I don't know the documents which they get, but they're saying that in the northwest region. That's what they are summarizing in their police media brief. I don't know, but back to your question on property crimes. I think I've been talking about that as to actually what constitutes these property crimes. May go on for no. And definitely worrisome. It shows that some of these issues, if collective in this sense, not just the police. The police is just one institution. You get the judiciary, you get a DPP, Director of Public Prosecution. You get communities, and I think other institutions, auxiliary or ancillary bodies, then they like the local police partnership board. I think all those institutions then they be activated, because the pattern are that whenever elections are coming closer, if you look at Africa Organized Crime Index, the pattern has been from after 2023, it has been worrisome. Crime has been increasing. So if you put that in tandem, I think much effort needs to be taken, not only from the punitive action perspective, but also from the proactive, prevention aspect, encouraging campaigns where you go deter crime. But above all, reports are showing that political patronage, corruption, institutional complicity, they are all part of the issues. So yes, resources might be the challenge, but if you allow criminal actors them for put themselves, inject themselves or include themselves into the system, that in itself is worrisome. And they tell you that when it comes to, for example, drug trafficking, although the police reports not capture that, but the Africa Organized Crime report for 2025, they capture that there is a European drug kingpin in Sierra Leone. So that in itself questions the political willingness when it comes to the fight against crime.
You think it's not fair? The political willingness?
I think for now there is need for more political willingness, especially when we have glaring facts coming out.
But the current one we get, it's not encouraging.
Much more needs to be done. Much more not only more, much more needs to be done when it comes to political willingness in stamping out crime. Because they are telling you from in this international report that criminals have got influence over politically and financially exposed structures and persons. And if that's the case, my fear is for the underground or the dark economy for overcome the state. Then we'll be technically a failed state if we have a shadow state. And we've seen governments collapse when crime is pervasive. So I think this upward trend is worrisome.
Is it allowing for a collapse?
It's very alarming because if you see some of the jumps, we not give it time for going to the figures where things have been very.
Yeah, we can go into the figures.
No, I mean you are the producer, you are the presenter,
yeah,
you have your script.
We can go into the figures. So let's just go through them. In the southern region, according to the booklet where the police actually provide to Epic Radio, then say as of the year 2025, the southern region record the lowest with 3,675. We represent 10.79%. The eastern region recorded the second lowest with 4,249. We represent 12.47%. The northern region record 6,052. We represent 17.77% of crimes. And in the western area, Wena Freetong record 20,090 cases, we represent 58.97%. These are the reports as of 2025. Salon Police, Melvin.
All right, so I will bring you a presser from SLP Media team, where I will read for you verbatim, since we are fact-checking the facts. In some, we talk about regional crime distribution. All right, crime incidents remain largely concentrated in urban and semi-urban areas, particularly within the western area, which accounted for approximately 59% of all reported cases. The Freetown East region recorded the highest number of offenses with 11,603 cases, representing 34.1% of the national total. This was followed by the Freetown West region with 8,487 cases, accounting for 24.9%. Outside the western area, the eastern region recorded the highest number of cases with 4,249 offenses,
which is 12.47%.
You've given
just go ahead.
I'm not talking about percentage, I'm talking about raw figure.
All right, let's go.
Outside the western area, the eastern region recorded the highest number of cases with 4,249 offenses, while the northwest region reported the lowest figure with 2,613 cases.
Well, it's conflicting because this is not the booklets, this is not the statistics where the police actually provide to the media houses them. Then say the northern region 6,052 we represent 17.77%. I don't know who Melvin gets the numbers them though, but Mr. Sogmani.
You asked me to get me number. No, please. A disclaimer. I am here. Please, you are the presenter, but I have a right to reply.
Yeah.
I don't tell you who say I'm a reference. You say you know I get me source. I don't say you say the Sierra Leone police.
I'll provide for you.
No. Now wait till I get. You still say you don't know. I don't give
me
the source.
For verify what he actually gets.
So it's your word versus my word. Can we call the police and verify?
All right. So we
you say they lie that Snap done accepting. You say they lie with the police and then give the same figures.
Yeah, we did try to forget the police on the phone as we carry on with the show. But Mr. Sogmani, what's in your message for Fambul where they were included in these people we commit crime against properties, offenses against women and children. What's in your message for them?
The message is that because this is more against women and girls, is that them people in Namotam and the human beings, they have equal rights, just like man them, and so we treat them with respect and dignity. Again, one for see how do we appeal to society for ensure say if and when issues of crime occur, please may they lend support to the police in terms of investigation, may they get the evidence, and may they ready for going to court for support the process, and again for the court, let them ensure say they expedite justice, because justice is swift when it is swift, for ensure say people that were there, especially when they get a fast track court, for ensure say people that are brought before the court on alleged cases of sexual violence, when they get speedy trial and then get the judgment quick. Again, this is more for the government of Sierra Leone. Then get for treat police with the seriousness the police deserves. Then ensure say they capacitate the police. Then really fund them adequately for ensure say the police step up to the task, because the police is really going through a lot of challenges. Just as I say, I mean, even in terms of infrastructure, I mean, now recently I think that last year I will see them bring some motorcar there, but again, not to everywhere. In fact, in terms of even recruitment, the need for recruit more police officers. I think when you look at the ratio between the number of police officers against the population we get, I mean, we need more police officers.
That is a huge factor.
It is, because if the presence is not there everywhere, criminals have a feed day. In fact, they report the police.
Therefore, really concentrates the personnel them for Western area for Freetown more, because since now the population they on the rise every single day and the crimes they increase.
I agree with you.
They just concentrate for the personnel them to Freetown.
I agree, but that is not to say the same crime where the police and the report, or they happen in some other parts of the country. And if I waited the report, now waiting the police equally find out waiting the report to the police. But there are a lot of other cases where it's unreported, and perhaps the day where some of the report they come out, we could begin to wonder where outside this information be there, where we not able to see them. So the police then they try and miss the challenges, but I think say we all get for put support to this whole process of crime and criminality and ensure say we really reduce, because it's scary. They can't figure out what they see in terms of the crime rate.
Are you afraid?
Sure. Well, they don't are afraid, and you can imagine armed robbery, they on the increase. The other day, look, and what is even a bit chaotic and confusing is the fact that sometimes the committer, they wonder what's the objective or rationale, not for money, not for property, and they kill the person, they left and then go. Then they not take.
For no reason.
Well, I don't know what reason they have, but the fact is they not take no property, no money. Like what happened with that father and Kenima. Nothing was taken out of the house. Just brutally murder the fellow, then go. So it creates more confusion to we. So
what do you suspect will be the factor for them?
I cannot. It's difficult
Is it organized crime?
It could be that, but it's difficult because where the objective is clear, like then clear property or thief money or some other items, you go to the for na financial crime, something where don't money, not the objective for them. But where nothing is done, I mean, they're not just broke, enter into the house, kill the man, and go without taking anything. It's a cause for concern. And even to date, the police, they're still on the investigation, but it's not yet concluded. And this is where, again, we need for how do we support the police, because some of their crimes, therefore, investigate them, involve a lot of professionalism, expertise, and even technology. What they really need for provide for the police for ensure they're able to step up, because a lot of them crime it's difficult for detect, it's difficult for investigate.
All right, make a bring in Melvin now. As we wrap up, Melvin. Yeah.
Well, I think everybody needs to put efforts together, especially when you get international reports indicting institutions, especially. I mean, I go on for recommend the report on the African Organized Crime Index 2025, a very good document. It identify the problems and try for spot out some of the solutions to them. And I think as a nation, we all foresee them as a duty, because if you look at some of the statistics coming from the report itself, like I said, this is very honest report, and many scholars and analysts them able to dissect them. When you look at the trend, for example, on crimes against offenses against women and children, I think that is worrisome. Also, when it comes to the issue of, I still emphasize road traffic accidents. We need to look into that thing, and of course, the this is important, and I think say this kind of message here they make investors and go free for even safe for the kind invest if this trend not reduce. If you look at the report in summary, similarly the report in summary will tell you about a 10% jump in violent crime, homicide in Freetown, Bo, Kenema, and Makeni, and these are major metropolis. So it's therefore to say the big cities are not safe by the reports. And when you talk about homicide, you talk about life, we talk about loss of life. And if somebody feels say some places they go die the B-day and then die the day, particularly that's where I think the judiciary comes into place. We don't see convictions and punitive actions and some other issues. And they say, if you look at the ratio of cases them where the police self-report in the summary of the presser, you find out say the number of completed cases they're so small compared to the number of ongoing cases or and cases under review or under advice. That's disproportionality itself is affecting the cause of the fight against crime. Because imagine 1 year they don't do the report, but some of the issues then still unfinished. Imagine somebody might be behind bars or somebody don't evade justice. So if you're talking about stamping out crime, punitive actions, the need for be taken. But one other one we're very, very worrisome is the total cases, like I don't say, we charged to court and the outcome, particularly on domestic violence. I think despite all the efforts, and I think that's what I want for states, if efforts are being made and we are not seeing results, it means that those efforts are not working and they should be changed. Be they campaigns, be they interventions and activities, if they are not making a difference for the better, I think we will not hesitate for look at them. Increase in robbery in the East. I think say people in seven at the East.
Then they shock you?
It for shock me because Eastern na salon na free tongue a day and na ufambula a day. Me na Eastern na born. Yeah. So
you don't be expecting
crime na Eastern.
You don't be expecting the crime na East go always there on the increase compared to the West.
I feel say with the efforts where security institutions they don't make or we don't say that they make, it will be reduced based on recruitment, having stations and units and the changes, the promotions, the demotions, and all that. The police don't tell but lots of the effort. But this is not just about the police. But to say whether I'm shocked because the level they go up. And yet still we have trumpeted lip service efforts coming from state institutions. So yes.
So now lip service, they're not actually work on the ground.
If the trend is going up, it shows that what you are saying is not actually happening. It's called lip service in English.
You know they see the efforts, it's just that they are talking.
Hey Usman, you like for putting me in a tight corner. I can like that. I can like when you challenge me. Alright? The trend, you want to analyze facts. If it go up, if it go bad. That's I mean to say the efforts are not yielding. This is simple logic. It's called the doctrine of common sense. If you pay school fee for a bikini pass with good color, you go see in a pay for again.
So even with the money government, wait. Even if the money government they pour and the Salon police, you know they see the efforts of the Salon police at all. And just lip service you see Melvin.
Compared with the report, put her in context with the report and the data presented. For example, Usman, I like when you challenge me because now they go now to the raw facts and what the police CSF provide in their own summary. For example, when it comes to the issue of sexual penetration, they say no court conviction.
Now the Salon police for blame for that too?
Hold on. You are looking at the context of all the efforts. The police gets the family support unit. All right? We get other agencies. And above all, we get the Answer of Our Girls campaign.
You don't see the efforts from Answer of Our Girls campaign?
Hey, but if the report tell you say how the Answer of Our Girls campaign they go up now, so the hands on the girls then they increase. Do you think that is that is yielding results? Usman, let them skin tight question there also. And of course, it continue. Usman, this is worrisome because we get girl picking them, we get sister them, we get woman them, we get wife them. You know, so when sexual penetration crime they increase against women and girl picking them, and many people and they say hey, we are campaigning, we are advocating, we are lobbying, and there are a lot of resources also is being injected into these so-called campaigns. For 2025 years, them money and they wait to change.
So you think say this figure for sexual gender-based violence not a comfortable figure for Salon?
Usman, are you comfortable with it?
No, they ask you the question.
Yeah,
not a comfortable figure.
Usman, you know the skin size question no more you get these days. So you get them bandage question. Interestingly, you should not be comfortable with it because the impact on society is ravaging, is far-reaching, is consequential. Any offense committed against girl picking or woman, not only on that girl picking on that woman day, not to a whole community, first not to a family, not to a community, and sometimes not to a whole generation. So when you see the figure, then they go up, then people then say then campaign, then they intensify, but the corroborates, they go in tandem. I'm afraid something must be changed.
Yeah, Mr. Sogbani, you think these are usual figures?
I don't know.
Sexual gender-based violence.
What do you mean by usual?
I mean, we expect say this amount. If you go increase this small percentage increase, expect them for they happen every single year in year out.
If I told me, would expect the figures to go down, but when they don't go up, it's worrying.
You don't see the efforts them for campaigns like the Hands Off Our Girls, for example, with all of that.
The efforts and people are making effort, but you got to understand, say,
not
to judge their effort no more. Look at the judiciary itself. Even the police in terms of investigation. If the police not do investigation well, when they go to court, they know they made the threshold and mark you any gender-based violence in a criminal case or criminal something offense. The threshold high, you have to prove it beyond all reasonable doubt. So if there is a shred of doubt during prosecution, now the perpetrator then they win that, then they pull them. So they go down commit the crime, it's there, then perpetrator they just left her the same way. For want of evidence, they don't left her. Because of the fact that there are challenges in terms of...
So that's you go blame for that day?
Well, it's a whole lot of people then we will blame the police, but again, even with SSF, would they blame the police more because of the fact, but again, our government again, because one, government will provide the technology, the space for let the police able to gather. Because if you talk about sexual penetration, DNA tests, forensic tests again for be done. Do we have those facilities in the country? If not, there is challenging. Because at the end of the day, now some of the evidence where the magistrate or judge they use for reach conviction or for reach the judgment, we not get them. The police not get them. And again, even the time people like gender-based violence, like sexual penetration, the time that thing didn't happen, promptly they need for reach at the nearest police station, they give them a medical form, they're able to go to hospital. Because by the time you delay,
it's accessible. It's really that accessible to the people.
That is the other challenge. People are still far away. The police not in every community.
So we go mean say the crimes them like practically on the ground increase even more than this. But these are just the ones that were reported for last year.
This is what I said initially. I've been telling you, say, waiting with the report where the police begin. Now the one when they report to the police and when the police they find out.
You think it's far higher?
It could be higher. It could be higher. And so if waiting the report to the police is higher and other one that they are reported, then meaning if they are reported be out to waiting the police get there, is going to create more scary situation for we.
Then I will ask you, you think we're on a crisis? This is not a huge crisis.
It is a crisis. It is a crisis. So it's a wake-up call for we all, for the government, for the police, we civil society, everybody, communities. How do we come on board for ensure say we make we're not going to eradicate crime entirely, but we need to reduce this kind of data I will get to. I mean, it's worrying, it's scary. Even in terms of them violent crimes, you go, they don't sleep, you don't even know what protection you have.
Right.
Because if something happens, the response time for the police, I mean, there are times it's challenging. Police go tell say Motukano Day, we said people they even bill us. It's not accessible Motukano Day or bike. So by the time the police they reach, the crime has been committed. I mean, so it's a whole lot of, the challenges they're compounded, but again, government needs to come on board for see how do they make the police more effective.
Mr. Sogman, Melvin, just go ahead.
Yeah, just to add on that, Usman, like what Mr. Sobande talk about, there is an increasing trend, no conviction. And if you look at the breakdown, Usman, I don't know if you booklet na the same document back, if not the same factual way they need for clarify. If you look at it, however, 5 cases were closed. But the reports, I don't know if now what me read, not talk about how they were closed. Whether convictions were secured or not, or they were settled under, is it called alternative ADR, alternative dispute resolution. The reports, I don't know. If you capture that, you can fact check that for me, please. Then he say 83 cases kept in view. In view, imagine, kept it in view. This is a report for a year. So the suggestion there, the inference there is, we have 83 cases kept in view for a whole year, and we don't in fact know how long they have been there. So that is worrisome. On what I mean, they are talking about 1,587 cases under investigation. How long these cases have been under investigation? Because I assume it don't pass 1 year. Because if you see the carry report in this new year, where already within the third quarter, it means to say this investigation have been prolonged investigation. And I don't forget, justice delayed, then say that justice denied. So that is also a need for be clarified. But I think the police can do better. But it's not just about the police. From what we see,
the judiciary too.
Judiciary comes into play. Director of Public Prosecution come to play. Family support unit, although they're under police, but I think that unit should be a standalone, made of experts, because it overwhelmed the police. I think the FSU should be standalone, some kind of a directorate, specialized with all the equipment, because the police already overwhelmed with many other crimes. Look at the other worrisome trend: human trafficking. Human trafficking. The trend is increasing. And mind you, we are on category 2. With this kind of report, U.S. State Department might increase with category 2, category 3. And institutions like Amnesty, I remember I don't read several of una publications them on capturing that. So it's worrisome because that is an increasing an increasing trend. Usman, one side that is aid pan this case way the aid pan this case way for me, if you buy like Kawed, you get on there.
Now waiting.
Nah, which I cite under point 19 I mean notes. I go read them verbatim. I say it is preposterous. So
what's not preposterous?
Yes, my lab go condom.
Yeah.
When I say something preposterous, family like I say, like we go say, but this it choke me. It choke me.
So tell what it choke you.
It choke me, bang bang, family. For land that it is preposterous to learn that out of 202 drug-related offenses charged to court, only 27 resulted in conviction. I ask myself, why and how?
Because they are still under investigation.
148 for over 1 year, 148 drug with no claimant. Wow. I don't know what's the Latin word for that, because I don't hear the Latin word for also another claimant. How comes they engage drug, but another claimant? I think the police, I need to forget how many, clarification that, but we are not see how many drug-related cases are still under investigation. I'm concerned, and for me, that's the 8th pan the case, pan this 2025 crime reports for me.
All right, briefly, Mr. Sogbani, as we go for a break, I'll ask you, you, the work in Amnesty International, I want to believe for say you get perhaps understanding as to the trend for other neighboring countries. There, for example, let's say Liberia, let's say Guinea. Things say compared to Guinea and Liberia, Salon and they more on the increase.
Look at comparative analysis. I think we are doing better in terms of crime statistics, because it's terrible more in Guinea, because yanda your justice that one no when they talk, the police, then they on their own, like they are a law unto themselves in Guinea. Liberia is relatively better, but we are better in terms of
we perform more better compared to
the 3 countries.
Guinea and Liberia.
Definitely.
All right, so let's go now for a very short break. It's still with the Epic Morning Show. After this short break, it's 079-994-993. Go call and contribute inside the show.
Some moments can call for calm, others can demand for energy. And with Karel, you get the best of the two worlds them. For tea lovers them, Karel Aroti Premium Blend, they deliver true quality in every cup. The tea leaf they come out from high mountain area them. This premium black tea, strong, natural, and full of character. It will give you one different taste and fresh feeling. We go deal with you all day. With 100 tea bag na every pack, you go always get more for enjoy and save for share.
Karel Arrow Tea. Feel the freshness of nature in every sip. And when you need energy for power you day, just take Arrow Cafe. Made from 100% pure premium coffee.
Epic Radio.
Arrow Cafe, rich and gets fine smell. One cup will help you stay energetic and active all day. Quick for share and good for any time and any size. Two great choices and one trusted name. Karel will they bring premium tea and coffee for every environment.
You sabi Benny Mix?
I dey tell you, the Solomon in fast food love Dando.
Baba, Benny Mix don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine.
Epic
na
Radio.
Salon here than they make them. Now he make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. You find for big person, it they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time serve as dinner. Then they mix get different type like picking mix. All ages. Members say, then they mix them a packet and they write PLC banner. Then they mix, they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, call number 44 Battle Street, Peton, or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benny Mix, go strong, go smart.
Cares about you. We are here to lend a hand, and we will place no one above you. Modern banking made easy. Whatever your dreams may be, Bloombank will get you there. Blooming together.
Epic Radio.
We'll walk with you every step of the way. Banking with excellence. At the tip of your fingers, there's only one bank. Bloombank Africa, we make it happen. Bloombank
Epic Radio.
Africa, we make it happen. Bloombank Africa, we make it happen. Bloombank Africa, we make it happen.
You sabi Benny Mix?
I dey tell you, the Solomon in fast food love Dando.
Baba, Benny Mix don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Na salon here than they make them. Now he make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they
Epic
make
Radio.
it go strong, smart and healthy. You find for big person, it they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time serve as dinner. Then they mix get different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Members say, then they mix them a packet and they write PLC banner. Then they mix, they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, call number 44 Battle Street, Peton, or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648
Epic
or
Radio.
088 077 678. Benny Mix, go strong, go smart.
Alright, you can call me now on 079 994 993. Call me and join the conversation this morning. We look at the Salon Police 2025 crime report. Hello, good morning.
Yes, boy from Godrich.
Yeah, go ahead. 1 minute.
I want to see a report on prevention, crime intervention.
This is
crime
reported.
Yes, I know. The crime report today. But I want to see a report on crimes prevented. You know, because the machinery of the police they become more efficient, so you go expect more reports than for crime. Also, I want them we know say the picking them when they crime high, they are put at risk. They're picking them when they sell at street. Now big risk for them for SGBV. And they always talk that. Then there is also this thing of na lip service. Not a lip service report the. Otherwise, why we should not have studio they analyze that as a lip service? Then we will just rubbish the report and go sit down.
No.
But you know there was a time when we get push people there, when we get click there now, when they pass and kill people there. Then the last thing, there's a proper crime allegedly where they under investigation of Mr. Samura Kamara. We're happy with that investigation. Nobody don't know yet.
079 994 993. Call way inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Usman Ibrahim Mara.
Yeah, concerned citizen tree planting. Good morning.
God bless. Usman, all routine with the sea of of this crime rate going up, I mean, like we know follow issues. We get something when and now the batch of that thing they take effect. The way we experience are the products of the war. The learning as the senseless war we go through. Now the product any crime rates we go up so. But my own fear coming to this 2028 election, especially with poverty, the threat against standard of living. Crime rates get for rise up, and the police actually they try. But I mean poverty is the key way to really knock now each and every door. And because of integrity and which is and they don't lack because of poverty, we contest against standard of living.
Thank you.
We therefore the see more. I get we concern. Thank you.
079-994-993. Please we call. Go straight to the point. You get 1 minute for RD Voice on the show. We look at the Salon Police 2025 crime report. Hello, good morning.
Epic.
Yes, Lamin Sabua Koyatong.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, concerned citizen. I told with you the side we end it. You know, poverty they make people their heart they warm. If you want for test time, you just be daddy na host with 2 pikin and the mommy. Then you add up in the process. We go now host. Unnecessary things if we not for make the heart warm. You are the one for that. So poverty they make crime. They go right up. But the only thing we will say kudos to the police because at least today for let them come out for them figure there. It not be easy. Even though people them they go report. But now I believe say by the kind system we them put in place, now make we get them figure there.
All right.
And if I follow the get them because we get them kind figure there, you go to fight against the crime.
Okay.
Because you know say they increase or they decrease.
All right.
Thank you.
079-994-993. Call me inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You name inside the call from?
Rogers Juba.
Rogers, go ahead.
Not true.
Not true, say it.
What is the next thing we would for avoid? Let we not allow poverty for use we. Let we use the poverty. Because if in use we, the thing we they happy they go before more. But if we use them, we they decrease them. They not go what they call. Like how no more Mavri been talk. A sort of strata, apata, that one family then come out. But then they done differently. You they see this one day on top the comp is small, then the other one day ahead of Dandy. And so that crime rate data and they not gonna be the same thing. And the police will for congratulate them for the try with them they try.
All right, thank you, Jas. 079-994-993. Call me inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. We look at the Salon Police 2025 crime report. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Malaika Stevens, the call from Standard Sport.
Malaika, go ahead.
Well, to some extent, I would tend to for agree to what Mr. Commissioner Sobani they talk about. They go now always meet somebody, they don't indict one, you know, they don't take property. So, that means what this one where they call community policing. And then if they enforce and emphasize on that one day, I believe say it will sort out some of the issues they will be issue. Because most of them cases they may be probably it will be say somebody go down get somebody in a mind, you know. You know, say they get them group and they I don't want to call them mercenaries, chartered mercenaries. Like very recently, it happened here we then go attack one former member of parliament where because a lawyer where they wanna be interviewed, you know. So all that something it will be fake and something go don't go wrong in the community or somebody go then get somebody in a mind, you know, they're not sorting out. It's a way for satisfying themselves. Go charge people, them, you know, then go do it, you know, for do. Come on, day. So let them lay emphasis on what's in the talk and in the way they introduce. Yeah. So this community police is very important to sort out those issues.
Mystic Dwazak on Facebook saying the reported 44% victimization of women and girls in the 2025 crime reports is deeply concerning, especially as many of these incidents occur within our communities. This calls for urgent action. I urge the Sierra Leone Police and their partners to intensify community outreach and engagement programs to help prevent these crimes and protect vulnerable groups. It's also saying crime goes with awareness and public engagement. In as much as the Sierra Leone Crime Report stated an increase in crimes, massive community outreach programs should be done by the police and their partners because many Sierra Leoneans are ignorant of the law. Hello, good morning.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, Usman Mara.
Walaikum salam.
Usman Ibrahim Mara.
Yes, Commander
I
Jibo.
want support the civil society way there for ask the government kindly for let police and get more logistic. And they talk about Waterloo. This morning we are talking about the crime in this Republic of Sierra Leone. Believe you me, police no matter I look at them, we need to congratulate them. The crime way they na Waterloo, brutal violence, etc. Only time after so we said they go, they get constrained with logistic business. So we ask because when you look at the Salon police in Braimara, these guys are there to protect life and property. We not say you and we don't ask, we don't see how the crime rate they go. So we ask we say we heading, which side would they go? We get answer of our girls. We get boku institution there. For money. So Usman, before I let you, it is tight Melville. I let you question. Then you not can be like Robbie White. So anyway, Dr. Alaji Commander Jibo, you want to know my office.
Okay, Commander Jibo, thank you. Take two more calls and wrap up the first segment. Call me now on 079-994-993. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Usman?
Yes. Bumper, go ahead.
Yes, even though there is a cops towards the police force, but we would like to say kudos to the good work where they do. If me they sleep and wake up police, so it's not easy for them. We want for them towards them, but they're letting the more increase for them. And then government try for CC, we get more police force of people, and because the population at which we get the type of force, at try them, they try not easy for them. Because if they get more manpower than them, it will good for we for let the help na the border side them. But they say small. And lastly again is about social corporate responsibility because the Western world institution in the one for support the security sector. Because if a business they go before is everything, it's about the police. If we support them all at the best type of budget, then we see great thing will come out of them.
Bumper, thank you. Let's take one more call. 079-994-993. Call we inside the show. Let's take this one call and wrap up the first segment. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum, Ibrahim Mara.
Yeah, walaikum salam.
Father Lambert from Grafton.
Father Lambert, go ahead.
And first of all, I say kudos to the Sierra Leone police. But one thing when me want let the Sierra Leone police do, especially to the IG, and for try come back with the community police partnership board. Because anything where they occur a community, get youth man, they will most know about that. Therefore, try bring some youth man, they want a positive youth man there. They come with police partnership board. So that's when they go then at the young community, for garden community, each community forget about day. So any occur situation they occur, the youth can go able to cool and down. Tell the police and the kind inside. And the crime rate more, why it they increase? Because of this kush, tramadol. If you're not try rape no more, my brother, the crime rate go still go up. So let us try for rape them out strictly the kush and the tramadol. And they destroy Boku youths now, the souls and the go. So thank you very much, Usman Mara.
All right, thank you so much, Brother Lambert. May I come back to the studio guest them for respond to the callers them. Melvin, you want to start?
I want to thank them for their time, for listening, and for sending the messages. On the aspect of lip service, I want to clarify that and not say the report, not a lip service report. I say the interventions are lip service because the report indicates upward trend in the crime. And for help we understand the nature of the problem where we get in a salon, I will recommend where we go read Africa Organized Crime Index at africa.ocindex.net. And on the aspects of criminal justice and security, Usman, where we talk about, there is an excerpt where I go read, if you permit me. It says law enforcement in the country faces significant challenges due to limited human and financial resources, inadequate training, poor pay, and lack of mobility, particularly in remote areas. Corruption and political interference continue to erode public trust, with alleged police involvement in criminal activities, including drug trafficking. Despite oversight mechanisms, accountability remains limited, even for police and extrajudicial killings. Efforts to combat transnational organized crime have seen some success through Transnational Organized Crime Unit, TOCU, which proactively investigates and disseminates intelligence. An increase in forest guard deployment has reduced illicit logging, though environmental crime persists. Following the April 2024 declaration of the national emergency that was linked primarily to Kush, police stepped up operations against suppliers, but consciously sought to avoid disproportionately targeting people who use drugs.
All right.
So that is it for when it comes to law enforcement. But you get several aspects on leadership, and it gets family will be an interesting read. Go and read them financial crimes and all those things out there in prevalence as at 2025. So this report, one thing I will say again, it's a realistic reflection on the state of crime. And once more, like I say, kudos to the police. And this goes beyond the police. And thanks once more again for the honesty. I was loving for them for clarifying a number of issues as raised. But nonetheless, I think they can be followed up. Fambul Natenki. Together, we all for fight crime. Of course, Police Partnership Board is the way to go. Advanced democracy is the all and the do. And we see during, I don't know, the police, then in 2013, I was the chairperson for the Police Partnership Board Nami community. So I understand. One thing where the police will always tell you is the funding. But I think they should be catered for, and definitely the police for come more at the community. And again, I think this report reflects the transition from a police force to a police service. Because one thing you asked earlier on at the program, the difference between a force and a service is regimental. A service is transactional. You buy or you sell, or you provide or somebody. So I think the police are moving down that trend, but some of the global reports are coming out. I think there is a need for also for the police for do an inflection on themselves.
And education for ordinary police officers then.
I mean, that is the bulk of the work, because the allegation of bribes, corruption, they are always lingering, and unless that is being sorted. But not only for the police, similarly goes for, if you look at the same report, talking about magistrates, talking about judges, and so many other people. Together, if every hands they on deck, I think we will change it again. But now everybody for be alarmed. And where you're going to host, make sure you lock properly. Where you know they make sure that you keep an eye.
You can lock properly?
Hey, brother, where I have suffer next day, so if you go suffer, you go put your property in the house, you go left yourself careless.
All right. Mr. Sogbandi, as for the wrap up, sir.
Yes, we tell the callers and plenty, thank you for them views them. I think the issue of crime now collective effort for everybody. It's like we all need to come on board, the people of Sierra Leone, but more so the police, because then are the mandates that they for ensure say they get protection, and they give you protection, life and property. And so one for say a more professional police, we better equipped for able to stand up to the challenges of crime and criminality. To the government of Sierra Leone, ensure say really you provide the requisite resources for capacitate the police for able to deliver on their mandates, especially the unit of a family support unit. To the judiciary, ensure say really when expedite justice, especially for cases that where they deal with sexual violence and penetration. Again, I'm not going left now. I'm not going leave this studio without making reference to the Independent Police Complaints Board. It's unfortunate, and I want to appeal to the management of Epic Radio, and really invite them but I can't tell you which side and then, because it's a toothless bulldog. In 2012, where they be set up, this is like an agency we go there between the people of this country or the population versus the police. In other words, then they monitor the excesses of the police in terms of the relationship with the public, and how they will say they write a report, bring out the recommendations, and punitive actions to be taken against So any of them waiting there. Finally, for the police again, the CDIID, now a very good than a complete discipline internal investigation department within the police. This is there to checkmate the excesses of the police within the police. We will get report, but again, for some time I don't know what they happen yonder. Again, even where then they do investigations, they be open to the public. Me don't return 2-3 times where then they really prosecute police officers where they don't find they get problem. But for a long time, I don't know whether this is still open to the public. And we know they really get reports either on a monthly basis or quarterly basis in out of the CDIID report, which they happen that day. So I tell you, thank you.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Up next, we'll get sports and entertainment news, plus the review of the biggest stories from yesterday with Marion Precious George. But we still face rising power cuts. People have been calling for EDSA for do all, let's say, arrangements. The Ministry of Energy, we see until recently, just a few days ago, they introduced timetable as to who side and forget lights, side not forget lights. For the past 2 days, in my own community, for example, the blackout timetable, yes. We all are very affected by this. We hope efforts them go fast track efforts them in combating this crisis as soon as possible. My name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. Until next week, take care.
This time we come to this alone. So we know it's in the team, the man them fit come together. Because no other person who can for mix alone past we. Listen.
You sabi Benjamin? I can tell you, that Solomon in first food love Dando.
Baba, Benjamin don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Now salon here and they make them. Now he make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking go strong, smart and
Epic Radio.
Fine for big person. It they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all. And you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time serve as dinner. Benjamin get different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Member say Benjamin then a packet and they write PLC banner.
Epic
they all
Red.
sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, call number 44 Battle Street Peton or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benny Mix, grow strong, grow smart.
This Ramadan, love the travel and the blessing where you get in return. But
Epic
when
Radio.
family they oversee, they send support. Where you give zakat with clean heart. PC4 in Exchange Bureau to make us simple, fast, and get Boku reward. This Ramadan, we share blessing with you. Anytime you receive money through we enjoy 1% cashback for all
99
transaction. Now any PC and Sons outlet now the country. With PC4 in Exchange Bureau, no stress, no long story, just trusted service with transaction and meaningful rewards. This Ramadan, send love and receive blessing from PC and Sons Foreign Exchange Bureau, the money transfer service where you defend all signers alone. Visit any PC and Sons outlet all about the country today.
When you dey waka, safu, when you dey drive, kele, you for the watch. All the road signs make we all sit na the road.
The Ministry of Transport and Aviation and the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority (SLRSA) no glady for the way and manner
Epic
where
Radio.
certain people them where they use the road, they behave. Driver and rider them. More the time where traffic can jam. Plenty pan them. More keke rider them. All the time they ride na the wrong lane where they make the traffic number flow fine. The SLRSA, they member all driver, rider, and vehicle owner them say for use the route where you not get right for use. Now serious offense
Epic
under the
Radio.
Road Traffic Act 2007 and the Road Traffic Regulation 2011. Do ya take notice of them TSU. Now the routes or lane where they approve normal
Epic
for
Radio.
use. You for obey the sign them, marking and traffic instruction them. Make sure say you safe and the one themselves where they use the road safe. Then don't want you lonta. Now the Ministry of Transport and Aviation will join on with the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority (SLRSA) and all who that the Andep and transport business bring this message to you.
When you dey waka, safu, when you dey drive, kele, you for the watch. All the road signs make we all sit na the road.
evening, Fambul, and I welcome you to Thursday edition of Sports Updates. Let us start off with a shocking news about the resignation of Bulom Stars, the head coach. So Bulom Stars, the head coach, Coach Mohamed Jawara, popularly known as Coach Swap, don't finally tender a resignation to the Premier League club from the north, when Bulom Stars. The Salon Football Association don't name U17 female technical team, and this now the people that will don't be appointed. The head coach na Fatmata Toure, assistant coach na Mohamed Ba, the goalkeeper coach na Tijan El Forner, the welfare officer na Mariatu Jende Koroma, the team medic na Fatmata Kalon, and the media officer na Justina Soa. Saidu Mani, they don't take to the official page for right about in frustration where CAF don't take a decision for award the AFCON title to Morocco. According to the former Liverpool player, he said this is not also African football for run, and he thinks there's so much corruption in CAF. From football now to boxing, as Michaela Maya don't sign with Jake Paul's most valuable promotion. So Jake Paul literally sets up an empire of different boxers. So Michaela Maya, one of the big stars, will join inside. And finally, in boxing, Tyson Fury will be the last dance, according to Alexandra Usyk. He say one for conclude in boxing career against Tyson Fury. For now, all this we get for you inside Sports Update, but join me at 11 a.m. this morning as Reginald Brian Ojukutu Sonyaga host the president for the Salons Kabula session. As we all know, a lot happened before, during, and after the elections.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to your fourth edition of the entertainment news here on the Epic Morning Show with me, Big Daddy. Music is for the mind, body, and soul, says Joe Boy, as his long-awaited EP, Akaba Romantic EP with Wizard Chant, of course, drop is out now, so go check it out. And on the news, Ashakam, of course, a manager winner, Alex Ray Paxson, don't really say Ashake will be the very first African artist for perform on the moon. Well, according to him, in a recent documentary, after Ashake returned from Nigeria after spending a whole 3 years inside LA, Alexa say in ready for do anything and take every instruction from Ashake, like written a movie for him to be in the movie or commercial, whatever it takes, as long as that dream day is achieved. And moving on, from visionary leader, of course, a post yesterday say one of the biggest rapper has been mentioned on a matter relating to traveling fraud, with evidence and pushing, of course, the matter DCID now and a day for investigation. Well, we not see any name mentioned, so we still wait for see who that this particular big name could be. And the SL Vibe challenge continue as one of the best rapper from McKinney set for drop way now VP, of course, himself don't tell we say to his face and you won't go come pretty soon, so we wait on that one day. So yesterday the Association of Producer, of course, we meet with Siba, the minister, of course. According to the meeting, they say Siba don't decide for give a huge commitment in collaboration effort for push the industry to a positive direction. Well, whatever we them planned, we will soon know within this particular meeting outcome will be, and also change your mood today. So Zappa the rapper, of course, proud for announcing to be Africa is out now and it's on all media platforms, so go check it out. Well, for the sake of the news, this now we get for you this morning here on the Epic Morning Show. Mina Big Daddy.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press. True, true. Lamba bombe ba, lamba doba, lamba de la de da, di la loba, la doba, di la da. We had a little riot in this town. The headline it got, you'll swear the whole island was burning down. But I had to laugh when a visitor turned and say, what the fuss about? This happens in New York every day. You know our sportsmen are rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. All the lovely buildings which shows our progress. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But a little shanty town and a woman in a ragged dress. Bet your life it making headline in the foreign press. True, true. True, true. Palabadoma, labadoma, palabade. We have been under colonialists and suffering under imperialists. Now we want betterment. They're writing about communism when the only kind. Lavadora, lavadela, dila lova, la dova, dila la. We had a little riot in this town. The headline it got, you'll swear the whole island was burning down. But I had to laugh when a visitor turned and say, what the fuss about? This happens in New York every day. You know our sportsmen are rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. All the lovely buildings which shows our progress. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But a little shanty town and a woman in a ragged dress. Bet you
Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, the purpose of life not to for be happy, but for be useful, for be honorable, for be compassionate, and for make all of this make some difference. We go show say you live and live well. Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you on 99.3 FM Radio Garden, Facebook, and through our website at myepiconline.com. Me na your host, Marion Precious George. And inside the show this morning, the Anti-Corruption Commission don announce bidding process for 3 ultra-modern, luxurious property them on auction. And as well, the All People's Congress Party don't threaten nationwide peaceful protest if Edmond Sylvester Alpha continue for serve as Chief Electoral Commissioner. And as well, the ECSL invites APC leadership for strategic meeting ahead of the 2028 elections. All of the stories plus the review of various newspapers the inside the show this morning. And for joining me to discuss those issues, I get inside the studio Amara Dumbuya, we na communication expert and advocate, and I also get Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Amara, good morning.
Good morning, and everybody, to the Sierra Leone people. Good morning.
Okay.
I'm Amara Dumbuya, communication legal scholar.
Okay, thanks for joining us this morning. Regina, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Marion. Good morning to listeners and good morning to viewers as well.
Okay, before we look at the stories where I make mention of, by the way, we will be joined by Dr. Victor Moina also inside the program this morning. But first off, make we take a look at stories reported on the front pages of various newspapers. May first take now the Concord Times newspaper. Top story, APC vows ECSL boss must go as opposition plans nationwide protest. Another story, Leon Rock Metal Group steps steady to commercialize railway and ports. Zainab Sharif remanded on 5th appearance. And another story reported on the front page of the Concord Times newspaper reads Bombali Council Chairman urges unity and reform. Finally, Chadi, 80% of citizens say constitutional reform is politically driven. All of the stories and more you go get na the Concord Times newspaper this morning.
Now, in the Independent Observer's newspaper publication this morning, we get a top story. It's here. It says Fishery Ministry enforces Operation Pay Your License Fees, Women Rights, Justice, and National Contradiction in Sierra Leone. Photo there of Zainab Sharif, key highlight of MYC weekly press conference. And Mr. President, can we talk this time part 355 on the Independent Observer's newspaper?
And away from that, I take the Premier News newspaper. Top story reads Amnesty International demands bail for Zainab Sharif, and Judiciary holds solemn session honoring legal luminaries. And Sunday Foundation launches tuition fee College of Health Sciences. And HRCSL hosts ANIC and RAIC delegation ahead of Global Information Conference. All of the stories plus in this issue. Then at the Premier News newspaper this morning.
And your final pick this morning at the Standard Times newspaper, APC threatening nationwide protest. A photo of the NSG for APC and the Inspector General of Police, LSF CRA received review constitution, 38.9 thousand gold fraud, laboratory technician remanded. All of these stories and more they in Standard Times this morning.
The final take this morning at the Aoko newspaper. Top story, Judiciary pays tribute to late legal icons in solemn court session. And also, Health Ministry and NMSA join forces with Anti-Corruption Commission to investigate missing machines. And also, ACC moves to dispose seized properties through private sale, and defense rely on police statements in Zainab Sharif incitement case. Finally, World Bank funds Sierra Leone's agricultural defense. All of the stories and more you go get na the Aoko newspaper this morning. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we will discuss a range of issues this morning. And with a look at our first story, we get to do it. The Anti-Corruption Commission announcing a bid process for 3 ultra-modern luxury property, them on auction. And this be communicated inside a public notice where the commission put out yesterday. Also, they make mention of them property. So we then say one na fully furnished for story building and land where they na number 8 Cemetery Road off Peninsula Road, Ogo Farm. And also another unfinished 2-story building where they na Peninsula Road, Black Johnson, na the western area. And also another incomplete 2-story building na Bo, na the southern region. also they make mention of how the sale go and the bidding process as well. But since this information come out and through the Commissioner Francis Benkaifala in social media post, a lot of people raise concern about the ACC all the time auctioning or bidding or selling some of them property so where they can confiscate, and a lot of people we are asking the questions as to why the ACC no go give them property then they to the government, or into the fact that government will spend a huge amount of money for rent places for government, ministries, departments, and agencies. Why they not go able for convert those properties into government property where go serve different MDAs them. But don't be joined by Dr. Moina inside the show this morning. Good morning, Doc. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Madam Precious.
And it's
Good
been
morning,
a while.
Sir. Yeah, I know.
How's it going?
Thank God.
Okay.
We're fine.
Okay, so I will start with Amara on this particular ACC matter and the suggestion or comments we don't come out from Sierra Leoneans regarding the move by ACC for auction then 3 property also.
Okay, thank you, the studio. Now look at the legality aspect of the entire process. And we see inside the commissioner put out the press release and tell we say the High Court don't do all the necessary procedures and that they don't get the mandate for go. Yeah, we go for look at the security aspect because it tell we say na a private bidding. But we the think now say them property that na a Sierra Leonean get them, and we not even know exactly what na the figure of this money. We get a little bit doubt, and the individual they on the one. So now they don't go ahead for do all the procedures and ensure say finally they decide for sell the property there. We dey look at now how secure if an individual go buy them property there, the security system.
Security in what sense?
How the person go be safe because this na a Sierra Leonean get them property there. Then you go buy them from government. At the end of the day, maybe this commissioner or the ruling government could come on a power. So what now is safety after they don't come on a power? So it's a big question where we need to look around because somebody go and buy, but you go take and say if I can't buy this now, me come be Sierra Leonean property I can buy. So the safety, then another thing. Then we know you will get clearly how the courts go about the process where they reach this level. We know say the commission not get the autonomy for take legal procedures. Then just the complainant them and cow them to the law. And we need to understand the process we then undertake for reach this level for say finally we sell this. And with not the advantage to the states if they sell, with not the disadvantage. Because if you look at it and say the state they spend a lot of money in other buildings them where they make with loss a lot of resources, and this is an advantage for make we recover because looking at the trend now, we know say we economy the struggle. We need for find measures we for make we gain more resources for one the states. So we they see that they give you pressure on the basic things that way people that they expect say they not for go up. So with that regard, people that don't become suspicious say the states they struggle because fuel and the internet system where the EDSA where are the basic people that they survive on daily. Now that they face a lot of challenges.
For me, ACC and the court go to the extent for, say then they sell them property, so mean say the people where them confiscate the property them from use government resources in, acquiring those properties. So this brings me back to my earlier question of people asking as to why the government not use those properties for MDs them for occupy them rather than paying rent na different other places as you rightly mentioned.
Yeah, if anybody gets a suspicion or conviction over then a particular action, I think they're in places looking at the situation because We all major experts they ask government now for cut down spendings on certain things them for ensure say we dey look at and say even the donors the way they come in at the country now they little bit they stiff. So we need for mobilize the internal resources. So whatever platform or opportunity the state see, we expect for make them make a good use of them as to expectation. So if we don't can get property, especially the host way then afraid or way in done. So they able user it get a compound based on the photos the way them published. It gets spacious place where office go able one day. So they look at the kind of money they pay in other places. Why no go use this? Why they want seller? They go for tell, explain, communicate to the people. For many people they feel convinced say for seller more better than for make government user.
Okay. I'll come back to you. Make I come over to Doctor. Private bidding, and at the end of the bidding, or most bidding where ACC can conduct, after the bidding, perhaps the people no go get for no other win bid or other buy property and all of this, and now they don't open another private bidding for this property, and they make mention of, people them where don't show interest in the property, them where then go notify accordingly after they don't verify and review those people then bid.
So let me take first from the genesis. So how come from this thing? Remember, say before ACC even come up with this thing, there was a court proceeding.
Yeah.
And at the court give the ruling say three because there be 7 properties. That 3 of the 7 then for sell them. And at this juncture, the question now lies is who da go buy them? And for what purpose? Like that Osway dinner Black Johnson, we all know the controversy we come up with. There was a lot of videos of it on social media, and people they ask the question, say, if one great man can thief that kind of money, they, whose yardstick we get for let we stop, let others not take the money. So now coming now to private bidding. Why private bidding? Why you not make them public? So this is a question we, I think, say the ACC really need for answer because we want to know how these processes will be done. I can agree to some extent, say the places that in question not go actually fit for lawmaker into a government place.
Okay.
Let us say, for instance, if you go make that Osna Black Johnson a government infrastructure, whose office go the day?
But we are talking about decentralization as
Have
well.
you seen the road to that house? The road is not more terrible.
So government's not going to make them.
So you see, say it bring a lot of cost back on government because for make that road day so till you reach there, it's not easy. So the question now we made ask is, like I say, why private bidding? Why not public bidding? Because say this is not something we it already there in the eyes of the public. All my one know waiting there for happen to the host there. So I believe so that me gets me own concern.
Okay.
And governments get plenty of other properties that way them don't confiscate before. Then they use her now. We say before we get this case, we get so many other cases there of hosts that we then we don't take. I can give you one classical example. Look at Kabasa Lodge. With the Opiana. Very fine structure, everything is good, but why we not make them? And for we use them for government institutions then. So these are all the questions about if government really able for take care of some of these places, because so some of them property there. So
why government all the time not able for take care of those structures or infrastructures?
Now back we come back to the question of accountability. Who are responsible for that? So we get Ministry of Works and Public Assets. Now Ministry of Works supposed to handle them building there and take care of them. The one that way government gets already, then they take care of them. Have you been to E building lately?
And we also see the sales of government quarters over time.
Yeah.
And other
including the military barracks, where they say they're already on bidding. So the question now is government capable for handle them building there? So not to forget someone. Now for renovate, for make them back into a workable structure. Even some of the government ministries there. Go to New Englandville, see how the ministries they actually do. Go to Ministry of Labor, go to Ministry of Public Works. See how these places are. And I see quite recently, that's outside Ministry of Social Welfare be there first. As I said, they don't demolish them. I don't know what's in our building. So these are all the questions. Is government capable to handle these buildings and for get them placed in working order? It's not about having it. It's about how workable it could be for and beneficial to the whole of the country.
Okay, and we'll go for a short break. We'll come back. We'll look at another issue and inside the show. But you do listen and view the second segment of the Epic Morning Show.
You don't ready for win big money every single day? Epic will make them happen with bomba cash out. For just 10 years no more, you can enter the draw and win buy money right inside your phone. No stress, no waste time. And
Epic Radio.
Enjoy. Dial *799 *2# and choose how much tickets you want. From 1 to 10. Enter your orange money or happy money pin. And boom, now you that. You don't enter the draw. The more tickets you buy, the higher chance you get for win. And the best part of that, if they pick your number, the money that goes straight inside your orange money or happy money wallet. You don't even need for Canada station. So, what do you wait for? Dial *799 *2# now and continue for listening to Epic Radio. If you're not one of the lucky daily winners then. For more information, call the support center on this number, Yasu 032-300-033.
Epic Radio.
Money the flow. And by Maslink Limited. This not a purpose to whether under 18 or so. Learn responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 millions. Plus 150 spins. One to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.
Okay, welcome back. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and with a double range of issues this morning. Quickly, we look at another story. You say the APC party don't threaten nationwide peaceful protest if Edmond Sylvester Alpha continue for serve as Chief Electoral Commissioner. Well, the party said this in one press conference with them all yesterday. Na the party headquarters na all railway line inside Brookfields. Also, they make mention of several things them way or raise several dissatisfaction about how things to go, especially the appointment of the Chief Electoral Commissioner. Well, Lawyer Lansana Dumbiana, the Secretary General for the party, he be talk on this particular stand where they don't take and more. Make we just listen to a snippet of his statement during the press conference yesterday, and we'll come back, we discuss the issue.
The APC will not return its elected officials to Parliament and local council until Mr. Edmond Alpha, who is an accomplice to the 2023 discredited elections, leaves office and the government demonstrates credible commitment to the implementation of the Agreement for National Unity and the Tripartite Committee recommendations. Should the government choose to disregard our legitimate concerns, the APC will stage a nationwide peaceful demonstration at a date to be announced by the leadership shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, the press, let it be clearly understood. The All People's Congress will not lend legitimacy to a broken process. Nor will we participate in a system that is being deliberately manipulated to predetermine the will of the people. Our position is principled, lawful, and anchored in our duty to defend democracy. We will continue to pursue all constitutional, lawful, and peaceful means to ensure that the voice of the Sierra Leonean people is neither suppressed nor subverted. We therefore, as I've said earlier, serve this notice both to the government and to the international community that the responsibility for the collapse of this process rests squarely on the shoulders of government who have chosen unilateralism over dialogue and manipulation over reform. The APC remains ready, willing, and committed to genuine engagement, but only on the basis of good faith, transparency, and mutual respect for the rule of law. Should these conditions continue to be ignored, we will not hesitate to escalate, as I stated earlier, our lawful and peaceful actions to defend the democratic rights of our people. History will judge this moment. And we are determined to stand on the right side of history. And we are determined to stand for the people of this country. Be you APC or whatever political party you belong to, we are ready to stand for you. And we are ready to stand for your rights. We thank you for your attention.
Well, that's now Lawyer Lance Nadumbia, Esquire, Lawyer Lance Nadumbia, when the Secretary General for the All People's Congress Party, make that statement say, inside the APC, press conference with the all yesterday regarding, then stand for state a peaceful protest if Edmund Sylvester Alpha continue for serve as Chief Electoral Commissioner. I will start with Amara on this particular issue.
Thanks very much. A little bit critical because we look at the legality, we know the constitutional aspects, and we look at how conscience they play, honesty, because we see after the 2023 election, and the APC party showed dissatisfaction, and as a result, they call for a tripartite. So we get for no try for no what not the end sense of the tripartite. What do we want to achieve? So if you then amongst the things that we them highlight, then tell me about the election processes. That a lot of things that happen we not go well with the election. So we need a good reforms. Then we look how to achieve the process of reforming the election processes. And we don't can see they don't go do all the tripartite, they don't put the recommendations. But again, we go for be very clear about the wordings. Okay. They say recommendation and agreement. And the recommendation, they can put the case across. And like what they say, left to the individual for acting in good faith. And I think now that side the APC get issue with. Then again, we see the president, I think he won't be very constitutional because he no one creates a gap. The process here is, I think the APC for them
so you want
highlights.
Yes, it is clear that the Constitution supersedes those recommendations according to some school of thought. But considering waiting lead to the tripartite and the issues we then discuss and we bring about the recommendations and things we the government for do, things say that now one of the reason way for make President Bio go by waiting the recommendation and say as way for make we get a peaceful society. When it comes to elections.
Yeah, that's not the expectation of the APC. But again, we go for look at how this will be effective and how the legality process will be done. What is the APC, to me, what they expect? All those recommendations, because the process is cumbersome. Their recommendations, and they don't put a time frame, way for speed up the process, way therefore broke down all the things.
So you are saying the recommendations vague? It's not going to stipulated time frame.
Now that's how they see. Because therefore don't take them how the effection will take place. Therefore don't domesticate them into the constitution. How? Therefore don't go there in a parliament. Once parliament for the effect time, by now they forget the grounds for all the government. But at this current moment, it will be difficult for make we hold the government into ransom because they don't effect then laws there yet.
So do
now just a normal agreement. If like how they say, they need a just solution, and that they claim say the government not act responsibly and are not acting good faith. So as a result of that, they no agree. But now the decision of the president is still there in place because now the constitution here and the mandate for nominate. And when you nominate, we see the man go through parliament. Okay. Despite the APC don't boycott, they don't start the protest already.
Do you see the APC winning this fight for ask the Chief Electoral Commissioner for left in office because they're not happy with your appointment?
Well, it will be difficult because we get for look at the grounds. Who side they will place then claims them. How they will be fed back. But we go for a look at say maybe for the sake of peace and democracy, because the government will be won without the opposition. They need the opposition for run the government. But again, the government they look at and say maybe now they get the sole responsibility. Whatever go bad, now the states go all responsible. and they will want to take procedures according to. So we see the president try for fulfill in constitutional mandate, and he say in take and say it then the right procedure. So then laws then yeah, waiting me the advice, let us expedite the laws them and go then a parliament for make them gain effect. Once they gain effect, they don't get a grounds for make it become incumbent upon the government for act on their laws and
Yes, Doc.
So it's make I laugh because I just come out from another media where we don't discuss the same thing just now. And one thing we are listening to the speech from the Secretary General, it make I ask whether APC a political party, a pressure group, or a
why you ask such question?
Because if you listen to the last part where the Secretary General is say that devoid of the person in political affiliation, whether you are APC or not, that if you get any genuine concern that you for come to the party and then go before address them. Now, the primary purpose where APC decided for boycott this whole thing was because of the nomination of Sylvester Alpha. Yesterday, NEC pulled out an invitation to them, not to just a seal one, it was open on social media, inviting the APC.
We can't talk about that.
Yeah, inviting the APC to the office for letting them discuss them. NEC don't do them. Last week, His Excellency the Presidency he sent out an invitation to APC for letting them come, for letting them discuss.
You see the invitation?
I not see them. No, now from a video where them play on Slick TV, I was there, and we'll be there discuss the same thing. Now the question I asked at that program was, the invitation with the President said, was it on email? Was it on a letter? Was it a text message? Was it a call? So
was it timely as well? Because even before the approval of Edmond Sylvester Alpha, the APC they don't raise dissatisfaction, but in appointment, but the government and president give deaf ear to the things that we APC raise, the issues where they raise, and then go ahead for approval in parliament.
Can I land?
Yeah.
So the thing was, government say, then consult with 13 political parties. They are the 14th political party. We make the 14th political party where we get in the country.
It was 12 initially.
Yeah, no, not 14 again, because if you put the APC and the SLPP, it make them 14, right? 12 people they actually give their approval, which is more than half of the number, right? And the president still get the decision-making powers according to the constitution. Despite, say, tripartite recommendations are there, but there was no tripartite recommendation we see the president foresees for address anything on election-related matters. So we counter election because even the constitutional review where they go on at the country right now, they only talk about the electoral aspect of the constitution, not the social welfare, not the general well-being of the citizens. We're only looking at the election. So the process is where the president and the executive choose for address is something that is one case on its own. But let we take now what we just listened to from the Secretary General. Now, if you're calling for a protest, would I forgive you permit? Now, Saloya, so we did, where even people in the right for simple request for protest over other issues, them we're not going to do with election. Police not give their approval. If police not give you approval for do the protest, how will you do this protest?
So what could they have done, the opposition?
So, like I say in the subsequent programs that I don't go, there's still room for redress. We can still come back to the drawing board. Of course, ECSL don't open the first channel where not for call them to a meeting. I believe so the executive self need for do that they call them to a meeting. Who side the problem there? But even at that, there is a clause where say if you are not satisfied with the nomination, you're supposed to take and go Supreme Court. If we could vividly remember in 2012, when President Ernest Bai Koroma suggest or nominate Christian Atop for the second time, SLPP go na Supreme Court. Eventually, they lost the case, but the procedures were there. They did that procedure and everything was done. So if APC self decide for go through Supreme Court, is that not timely? Is that not effective? The same 2012, SLPP decide for boycott Parliament opening. and President Ernest Bai Koroma at the time, we see the video quite recently back on Slick TV, where they even talk, say, I not see some of my party in the parliament today, which happened, and they were laughing about it. Those people that were laughing there, they are now the people that are boycotting.
Okay.
So you find out, say, the trajectory not change. The situation remains the same, and boycott's not new to winners alone. If you could go back to history, the first boycott we ever get in terms of governance structure came back in 1973. So when you look at all of these things, you look at, say, I am still concerned about waiting they go on within the councils. Okay. Parliament is one aspect, which is the legislative. Let's look at the municipalities. You see, say, even Freetown City Council, they don't see some of the operations then. The mayor has not been in office since that time. Even the councillors then for APC, they are not going to council. So you find out, say, council operation don't reduce drastically, and it affects the ordinary citizens. Look at this case where happened recently, where some the body them in city council not go take her. There's no police for go take her. So you find out that this is not just about the parliament. Parliament is one aspect. What about the councils? The council, they deal with the ordinary citizens them on a daily basis. Let's leave Freetown alone. Let's go to the provinces.
So is this a way of the opposition telling the general public that they're more concerned about things that happen internally than, seek the call or listen to the cry of the people and work for the people as mandated by law?
And this makes some of who be done the call on them. Even when they start this boycott, I remember on various platforms, we don't come on television, we don't do on radio, we they appeal to them. Let we look at how best we can resolve this issue. This thing is bigger than what we are looking at. If the whole system continue for go, so we go come to a standstill. The ruling party alone cannot govern the country. We need the opposition also for push. Now that make a bit talk, say, in 2018, we will get a very interesting time for let we see if the APC before control parliament, that is, if they get the speaker of parliament and then get majority in the parliament, which was the case actually. But because we see policemen and pull them come on and do, what's happen next? We see SNPP get speaker of parliament, and then they get leader of government business. So these are all the issues that continue for hover around on what is happening in the country. So the major thing is we are still appealing to the APC. Please, as much as possible, may I not say for Parliament too, but for the councils, please let them go back to the council. It is important that they do.
Okay, before we look at the final story, make we take this report quick one. Outside the National Water Resources Management Agency, with support from donor partner, them they officially launched them new strategic plan with the run from 2026 to 2030 as way for protect and regulate water resources across the country. We reporters so ECC be part of the launch of the strategic plan, and we send with this report.
Water na life, and that's make governments and partners them they take them serious. Inside 2007, Parliament's been set up the National Water Resource Management Agency, with them called NWRMA, for protect, manage, and regulate water resources across the country. Now, with support from the World Bank through the Food System Resilience Program, the agency don't officially launch them new strategic plan for 2026 to 2030, where go guide how Salon go better manage water for the future. The Honorable Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Dr. Sao Pato Anna Maxkain, will lead the official launching.
On behalf of His Excellency, my boss, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Richard Dr. Julius Madabio, the people of Sierra Leone, and the entire water sector who join me as we honorably and officially launch the National Water Resource Management. But now our agencies, they hold us to account, and we have our civil society brothers. So gone are those days when plans will sit on the shelf, but it's not happening anymore. So that is why we have to be very mindful to make sure that when we make these commitments, it's like a promise to the people of Sierra Leone. You have to put it into practice. You have to actualize it.
Now, in address, the Director General of NWRMA, Engineer Barry Palmer, explained how this new plan will strengthen water governance and ensure safe resources them they properly manage for the benefit of all.
At the official launch of a strategic development plan for period 2026 to 2030. Today's event is more than the unveiling of a document. It is a public commitment by NWRMA and all of us as national stakeholders to manage Sierra Leone's water resources responsibly, transparently, and sustainably, so that water continues to support public health, food systems, energy generation, industry, and ecosystem integrity for generations to come. NWRMA's mandate is clear: to lead and coordinate the sustainable management, regulation, and protections of the nation's water resources. This includes strengthening water governance, supporting water allocation and permitting, improving monitoring, data and assessment, protecting watersheds and catchments, coordinating stakeholders across sectors and districts, and ensuring that use of water for development is balanced with the need to safeguard the resources base and the environment. However, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that a strong mandate alone is not enough. Effective water resource management requires a strategic framework that is realistic, measurable, and properly aligned with national development priorities.
Giving more insights, the Planning, Research and Monitoring Manager, Engineer Kintom, talk about lessons from the past plan and waiting them the targets for achieve between 2026 to 2030.
Last plan we developed, we are only able to get 13% of the plan budget. This will show all of us here not so. 13% of the plan budget. And how was that derived? We got 20% from donors. JSL gave us bulk support, 10% and 12% from internally generated revenue. For this plan, this is our target. As an agency, we also generate revenue, so we want to have 30% of the budget for this plan generated by the agency. We want government to chip in 20%, then the gap is 50%. How all of us shall ensure that we chip in a little bit so that we make this plan.
From the development partner side, the program manager for the Food System Resilience Program, Dr. Keprifari Lako, reassure continued support for the agency.
FSRP is a 5-year project. We're halfway through, funded mainly by the World Bank, although there are some other funding sources, and we're pleased with the journey we've come so far. Now we're turning the tide, and there's tremendous pressure for results. People always say, Kepi, what are the tangibles that we want to see? I want to stress that FSRP is a systems project, and yes, supporting building plans like these, strengthen institutions, strengthen those systems that are needed for delivery. So I want to thank the team for all the work, all the consultations around getting this product. And from our side, through the Ministry of Agriculture, I want to commit our commitment to this journey.
He end by emphasizing, say, water na key to agriculture, livelihood, and human survival. So proper management, not a choice, na necessity. Na so the National Water Resource Management Agency, the position itself for secure salon in water feature. Reporting for Epic Radio 99.3, Mena Surisi say.
Welcome back to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show. We'll look at the final story or issue before we pick calls. USAI, the Electoral Commission for Salon, will invite the All People's Congress leadership for strategic meeting ahead of the 2028 elections. Well, this be communicated inside one letter we then send to the party, we then write to the party, dated 16 March 2026. I'll go through the letter quickly, and the letter make mention of several things. It reads, it says, on behalf of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone, I want to formally notify you of my attainment to the office of the Chief Electoral Commissioner, Chairman, and National Returning Officer of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. As a substantive Chief Electoral Commissioner and Chairman, I am aware of the enormity of responsibilities that have been placed on me to serve as political stakeholders, to serve all political stakeholders and the people of Sierra Leone. I am deeply committed to discharge this confidence by ensuring that the Commission remains a beacon of fairness and professionalism. In line with the commitment to inclusive electoral management, I am embarking on a series of engagements with all registered political parties to maintain objective of my engagement with your political parties to explain my he said the main objective of my engagement with your political party is to explain my vision for the Electoral Commission, provide an update on the Commission's activity, and engage with you on the Commission's strategic roadmap for the 2028 general elections. The letter continues saying, in light of the above, I hereby invite the leadership of the political party, of your political party, to a meeting at the Electoral Commission head office on a date and time of your convenience, and choosing from Monday 23rd March to Friday 10th April 2026. It says, please accept the assurance of the Commission's highest esteem. That's now a letter we come out from Edmond Sylvester Alpha, Chief Electoral Commissioner, to the APC, and the letter dated 16 March, even before the press conference. And during the press conference, nothing of such not be explained to the public as to if they received such a letter from ECSL and all of this. I'll start with Doc on this particular issue.
So, you know, expect them will disclose at the meeting because APC gets its own stance where they be careful communicates to people. I know they say Alexina Labs, they say and say it was not part of the agenda. The agenda now before let people know what's the next step of the party is. And like I say, it's an olive branch. I want for the APC hold them very well. Let's see where this can lead us to. It better that we meet and address the issue than we get just in mind and just the move around in circles.
Is the ECSL boss the right person for call the APC to a meeting, or institutions like the Peace Commission or even the president, who you make mention earlier of, say, extend an invitation to the opposition, or even the Peace Commission? Or if the ECSL boss they call for a meeting, is it wise enough for send or call the APC for meet them in office, or go meet the APC as way for resolve the issue?
There is a section of the letter where he say he understand the enormous tax we get.
Yeah.
One of which is for understand. This letter might not just be for APC, because it say it engage with the political parties that are registered.
Yeah.
So there's a potential that it will engage with so many other parties there, and that make a definite date. Now that make a period.
But make mention, say the meeting for happen at the ECSL headquarters.
But where is the ECSL going to work from? That's our aim. That is the office team.
So I'm saying, if the APC don't raise dissatisfaction about the appointment of Edmond Sylvester Alpha, it's kind of better enough in go meet them than ask the APC for go meet them.
The perspective where you look at them, you look at them from the general perspective, but me they look at them from the procedural perspective. Procedurally, it's supposed to be that the person where they invite you gets a meeting at a convenient place, and the convenient place for Edmond Sylvester Alpha in this context is the ECSL office. Where is he going to work from? It's the ECSL office. The ECSL
but the
office
APC
not
just want
just
time for serving that position there.
Whether they want him or not, the man not make the point clear that he has enormous tax. It is not just about the conduct of the elections alone. He also get for bother on how they get for send them party agents them. He also bother on how they get for get the observers them. And this election, like I say, election not a one-day activity. Election gets series of unpacked activities that we get for go on. So whether na in write or not, even the commission can decide for write a letter to her. They can get other commissioners then for do the meeting. But the most important tax is it's an olive branch, like I say, now something way very important. If
is this the right time for allay the fears of the APC, or at the time where the president issued out a notice informing them about the appointments where they may disagree with before ever they approve them?
So this whole thing, we are going back and forth on it. The whole thing was the president sent out invitation or sent out the notification information to 13 political parties. He received the response from 12.
But APC is the main opposition.
Hold on. He received a response from 12, which is more than half of the number, right? APC is the main opposition, then the parliament, then in the councils, and then in other areas. But according to PPRC, almost registered political parties we get.
But that should have been a concern if the main opposition not agree You
That
get
should have been the
12
concern.
or more than 12 political parties we agree for an appointment. If the APC, the main opposition, we even get seats them in our parliament and other places, as you mentioned, no agree.
We
It should have
don't
been a
go
concern.
back and forth for this whole thing. Waiting happening. In fact, this is the very first time we actually get an official letter from the executive going to political parties. Where Ernest Koroma be doing the nomination of Christian Atop, was there a letter? It was just communicated to the heads. They were invited to a meeting at State House. It told them saying at this time in nomination for them. Before you know what they happened, we had the process of vetting going on in Parliament, and Christian Atop became the ECSL or the Electoral Commissioner at the
So
time.
you're saying the government did well in consulting?
I am
other
not just
political
saying
parties?
that it did well. I'm saying that the due process was done.
Okay.
If the due process was done, then let us see where it's going to lead us. I'm not saying what the APC is doing is wrong.
Okay.
No. The thing is, I'm not a judge of anything what is happening now. I'm only saying that for the sake of peace and for the progress of governance and democracy, let us have these things meted out properly.
Okay, Amara.
Looking at the stance of the APC, and now we see government don't take a constitutional process for the appointment of Edmond Alpha, and still the APC don't stand out say no one time. Then say and they will make a protest where they will give a date to the country when a national protest. So if we then get an invitation, if they attend that invitation, they impliedly they don't agree, say, then want Edmond Alpha. So definitely they're not going to go. Because we see they don't make a press conference where they don't say, they still no need them, and they will stage a national protest until they remove them. So meaning they get issue with the particular individual in question. Though we don't see the commissioner, since in speech they already try for vetam na parliament, you know, it give a national speech them, where for try for build the trust of the nation, say it will deliver. But yes, still we see the APC still get doubt in them. And also, APC, they still not trust the government processes, because they say on several occasions they don't invite the president for get dialogue with them, then turn them down. So we don't know actually waiting the APC one communicate to Sierra Leoneans.
So dialogue regarding this issue, or dialogue regarding general issues affecting the opposition?
I think now on broad basis.
Okay.
They don't cry out severally, and specifically we see that they cry out more on these election processes. And that don't go to the extent where there was a time certain people then not give credit to this government, and that even certain decisions the way the government they try to take, that they face challenges, people that they act in a way where they should say they don't recognize the government.
So is Edmond Sylvester Alpha the right person for reach out to the opposition calling for a dialogue?
In this instance, he's not going to be the right person, because the opposition party get issue with them. So we need a neutral party where for call the government, the commissioner, and the APC into a meeting. I think that will sense more neutrality and should say it stands there for we make a unity. Because as it stands now, they get problem with the man in question. Say they don't reference them to past elections then.
So they don't even recognize them as the ECSL boss?
The APC party as it stands does not recognize Edmond Alpha as the ECL boss. And they really want them out of office. And they don't go as far as they say they will stage a national protest if he continue for their office. The procedure they go for do them, will still the watch. So, but the government tell we say they don't do all necessary. They don't consult, they don't reach out to them, then consult, then go to parliament. So now then they in place. But they say they get a tripartite recommendations whether they expect the government for them go by.
Okay.
But maybe the government they look at us. The government tell we by and go look at us say the series of the reforms then they get for deal with legality. So they don't take everything to the Attorney General and the other things, and then a parliament for review on the 1991 Constitution. So when it will get effect, so meaning time lapses don't come.
Okay.
So what did the APC will achieve? No, not able to achieve at now, because the government back now will left a gap they no go left the constitution, they can attend to tripartite. So they would prefer say wetin they try to come out and then domesticate her into the constitution. But when it go effect,
okay.
So that don't be create the gap here.
Okay, with the pick calls now inside the show on 079994993. Call and make a contribution regarding the issues we don't discuss so far inside the show. We go with first caller on the phone. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Marion.
Yes, yeah, your name and also you call from.
My name is Sharif.
Okay, Sharif. Go ahead.
And Dr. Moyina, thank you very much because you look the strength more on the program today. This back and front, they complain still, they go back and front. People then they put you back and front.
Who that put them back and forth? Who are the people then? Say na me the person who put them back and forth because I'm asking a question.
Well, you see now, I'm a credit to the bond, so you don't go let me
okay, go ahead, make your point.
Okay, so Dr. Moyina, just like I say, you go back and front, then they put you back and front. So I tell you something, you take it easy, because like so, I mean, like the producer, or so when they say if ECSL now they get right for invite APC, yes, now they get right for invite APC. Now they get that right, and they invite all other political parties there.
Okay.
And this big party or the most popular party, not in the thing. They pay the same registration fee. So you see, let's go to think about this here.
Okay.
Big party, small party, that the same registration they pay. Why would not go recognize or they call the other party there?
Okay, thank you.
Their own position.
Thank you. 079994993 now the number, call and make a contribution. By the way, I just want to establish that my role here now for sit down and ask questions. So if I ask person repeatedly a question, it's my role and responsibility. So I not feel a person for counter that or pinpoint on that particular aspect of the presentation. Anyways, we get another caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes. Yeah, Bakar, go ahead.
One thing I want to let we all understand. It is agreement between the government and the APC. Who don't like the government? The government represents all the parties. And it represents even the civil society. And even the brother within us, the government they represent them. And this is the president where the election get problem. A call for dialogue. This dialogue is born the tripartite. Then at the same time, His Excellency the President sign and agree to everything where they happen to the tripartite, say implementable and actionable. That's the end. Then if we see His Excellency the President in the denying word, where they don't do all the signing them, what do they expect? I will let them pass this to Parliament, and we begin to see some of their laws then they be implemented. But if they see then do the first thing where the Warren Edmond Alpha, either among the commissioner then, when they say they all for step aside.
Okay.
Then Edmond Alpha again, then go crown them, they don't go get in this kind of position. It means always everything they suffer, with always America suffer for spend to that tripartite. Now in vain.
Thank you.
The only thing they don't in vain.
079994993. Please make we stick to 1 minute call time because we want to pick as much calls as possible inside the show. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
I'm inside at the conference.
Go ahead, side.
It's like of people in Plaba. It's not the same people for even argue about it. Somebody say they never recognize you appointments. The EDC they invite her and you office or make you go talk to her. Talk to her about waiting. The people not even recognize you as the chief electoral commissioner. Why you not like for the provoke people? This man they do this deliberately or just continue for the hot EPC. That's what he's doing. We see the day when they appoint her, when I see the man they dance, say it don't be. He don't make statement before that where he talks say this election will be just like what happened in 2023. This TR9 they not ever go for bring peace. As you say, there are bodies we're supposed to mediate. That mediation in need, not saying for go talk. What did they go talk to the people I say? But what he need on your APC, NYSFB they plan to do They say for the mere fact now, PX system they practice, then they wait. When the 3 months period expire, then go declare the man they say 54 seats, okay, 52 seats in vacant.
Okay.
Then they go by the list way available in the Electoral Commission. They are just a side for don't let you for Fenway for for hot people.
Thank you, Saib.
Yeah.
079994993. Do you want a natural tea that refreshes your body, looking for something healthy and gentle on digestion? Want a tea that keeps you feeling fresh all day? Our tea is your answer, and it's got you covered. Made from naturally grown tea leaves, it's healthy, refreshing, and easy on digestion. With 100 tea bags in every pack, there is always more to enjoy and share. Our tea, natural freshness in every sip. Brought to you by Karel. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show with the pick more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear.
Yes, you name outside the call from.
This is Asalo on the call from Kenema.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. I can follow up on a program. Sometimes I can call, but forget going inside not easy for me.
Okay.
In the first place, I want to thank you. And wrote for ask questions. And this again for ask critical questions. So I don't know if it's possible to get issue with that. To me, APC or all the convention they listen, they don't ever say the president act out of the constitution. They say the president act not acting good faith. And good faith and constitution are two different things. The fact of the matter, let's say that accept it, whatever the president do for appoint Edmond Alpha, it go through the constitution and don't follow to the latter. So I don't see no issue with that. Except APC wants to say this country will suspend the constitution and it become a decree like a military rule. So that decree will deal with now until the constitution review go on.
Okay.
The tripartite agreement, it will go on. The Asati agreement, pass it go through parliament. And now after now one issue that they go through parliament. All the agreements they don't go away with her.
Thank
you.
you.
Wait, may they go on. Okay. That are the same one.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear.
Yes, we'll pick 3 more calls and wrap up the show. 079-994-993. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Yes, you know. Yes, Lamin, go ahead.
Yeah, the question we need for seriously ask now, that tripartite recommendation, now people them be negotiate, mediators them in day. So who side them mediators and they now with this kind of thing they happen? Because all this disagreement come as a result of tripartite waiting and sign. But there are people who have been there as guarantors, wait there and then sign, the government sign, APC sign. So where them people and they? Because what we know, teeth and tongue, then they jam. But the saliva then at the teeth for negotiate peace between the teeth and the tongue. So who are the people and now wait for negotiate this peace between government and the opposition? Now they want for see, so that then we will negotiate peace, let the tension calm down in this country. It don't too long. So tension. Hey, salon. Thank you.
Thank you. 2 more calls. 079-994-993. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show. Good morning. You name us how you call from.
Hey, Sister Mariana Suleiman.
Yes. Go ahead, Suleiman.
The topic keep asking about glad working. You can get the doctor now program. Somebody will go and be on wisdom. What I will ask constitution the three party. The constitution been there. Then before they arrange for calling 2-3 group here for me they settle between government and opposition. Why they not been don't use the two together? Because na sense make books. Not a book make sense so. For avoid them palavaya holding upside down. Making send the blame to government. I know they hesitate for talking. Then they give you power, but you wisdom now ain't gonna make you control that power there.
Okay.
Make them think and wisely for make sure that you're not scatter for second hanging for saying now what you want to know more in the beat.
Thank you.
Constitution in the three party then for go together because they don't sign already. Okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them wisdom for make them do working right for Sierra Leone.
Thank you, Suleiman. Just one more call and we wrap up the show. 079-994-993. Yeah, we'll get our last caller on the phone. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, you know outside the call from.
concerned citizen they call.
Yeah, go ahead.
Waiting, I will tell for talk. Me, I dey talk to PPRC, even this dance street for politics, we can pay them rich. They didn't pull them. Yeah. Then second again, this honorable business to member of parliament to council or mayor, they come up a party business. Now it make all the things that they be so. People they hide behind them party, so man nothing in it they do. Some of we honorable now say we not sabi them. We not sabi honorable, we not sabi councillor. If this thing is not in the party business, if they say APC for the talk say they need to go to parliament, but because of one party, see the threat when they give, people they vote for them yesterday. People they come on understand, and the people they represent. And when I don't take party make issues, say when I need to go and the people they want to say when I go for. This is sorry, Mama. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we're not going to take any more calls. We'll wrap up the show. I'll start with Amara as a way of wrapping up.
Thanks very much. What me go say? Let there be peace. We want to enjoy democracy, and we always respect due processes, because election, anything we feel say okay, we get away for redress, but we don't see from the initial processes the APC not take that approach there. So we don't know actually what not the fate of the country, what they want to tell the people of Sierra Leone, say now this not the fate of the country. Everything they in doubt, and we need peace. We need a very decent democracy, and let them look out the way for achieve the best out of it.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc.
That dance of politics, low stop.
So you support the caller?
No, the man actually make a laugh, because this is not waiting Boko Sierra Leone and then they think. But there are things where we're not going to avoid. Now, Salo we see where we celebrate, where we win something. What do they use now? Pot cover for knack. We make noise for nobody. And it's so ironical that we see all of them in there, so yet we want to forget a different system. So, like how normal don't they say with many other things then, I believe say the time not still late yet. Okay. APC, please come back to the drawing board. Let's discuss this thing. Let's see how best we could address it. Whether it's the Peace Commission, whether it's the international partners, whether it's the Electoral Commission, whoever is going to mediate among the government of Sierra Leone and the main opposition, I think say the time is now. Okay. Let we do them as fast as possible. Mind you, we are at crossroads. So many other issues are there to be addressed. Number one, we talk about the global crisis where they go on. We see how best they ravage our economy. Because if you talk about commodities going up, skyrocketing, it's because we don't have price control. This has always been a cry we would always talk about. And that's something we get for addressing. We also get rising issues we get for do with legitimacy. We also get court cases that way they go on where people then feel say we don't delay justice. All of these are there. So it's not just about boycotting and saying this. Let us take this step for work in the interest of Sierra Leone. Okay. I can always say this, and at the end with this, all man they all say Salon first way the benefits from them. But we know the benefits from them, we know they see the interest of the country at work. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Victor Moina, and also Amara Dumbuya, communication expert and advocate. Thanks for joining the show this morning. Thanks to everybody who make the show possible. DJ Allen Giwi, technical supports now the studio, Abubakar Bendu, and so this is Emekuna live on Facebook. The producers of the show are Fatmata Lebi and Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya, executive producer Teresa Thomas. Until tomorrow, we will join you again with another edition of the Epic Morning Show. I will say Ramadan Mubarak. Tata.